Building Knicks Nation. And as always, we got a whole lot to talk about. Becky Hammond responds to the pressure and comments on her false comments on Jalen Brunson. Also, last night was crazy. We had a crazy draft party. And we discovered that the Knicks have plans for them damn picks. We will get down to the bottom as to why the Knicks made moves for these draft picks. Also, here's a question that came up right after the draft, or people started to speculate. Mitchell Robinson, does trading the pick mean that Mitchell Robinson will return? All right. We'll also go over some of the prospects that remain. All right. And we'll also uncover exactly what picks do the Knicks have in the second round for tonight's draft. Knicks are looking to move off of the 31st pick. We'll talk about that. And a third woman was arrested in Texas alongside the mom and daughter duo who terrorized Knicks fans during Game 5 of the final. So look, y'all, we're going to discuss all of this and more on this episode of the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan. And I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey. Man, welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. As the weather is nice. It's summertime in New York City. But listen, before we begin the show, we do have to address the proper formality. We have to smash that like button. So as you enter the show, smash that like button to let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe, because we know that in the last 28 days that well over half of you guys who watch are not subscribed. So subscribe now and help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10K subscribers, but each time we had to reach a new subscriber milestone, we do have special giveaways, and the next is among us. It's the 5K giveaway. Hey, where we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All you got to do is subscribe. No phone numbers, no emails. You have to be subscribed, and you will automatically be placed in the chance to win it. Okay? So subscribe. Let me see who's in the building. I got Quest ENT. What's good? My man, Mellow Mike. Hopefully everything is good with you. Tugboat Taylor, the captain of the OKF Nation ship. All right, we got Cleo. What's good, Cleo? Yeah, we definitely talking about Becky. All right, my man J-Tap Mob. What's good? All right, AP. What's good? Darlene, big time salute. My man Sean Can't Stop Key. Welcome to OKF Nation, my brother. I do appreciate that. We in the building, y'all. Wow, what a night last night. Last night was a crazy draft watch party. If you missed it last night, oh my goodness. I almost blacked out. Oh my, it was crazy. You know, man, Leon Rose, man. Listen, I know we all have faith in Leon Rose. It's just, you know, in the midst of watching the moves, it just was crazy. But look, tonight is going down again. We will be doing day 2, round 2, the draft watch party. Make sure you guys are in the building tonight. Members only panel, all right? And yo, it's going to be the same vibe. This time we'll see if the Knicks actually select somebody. Last night it was crazy. We'll also go over some picks that they could take. But, you know, rumor has it that they'll be trading that 31st pick. We'll see. I guess I'll start there. But tomorrow, Blue and Orange Brunch returns Thursday and Friday. All right. I will consider doing 2-a-days if something happens. You know, if something pops off, we'll do another show. And then on Saturday, for sure, 100%, we got NBA Saturdays. A whole lot to talk about NBA wide. And then members only Sundays will return this Sunday. So make sure you guys are in the building. All right. I think that's on the announcement front. Let me see what my man AP got to say. AP, he says, Karan, Randall 73 and L Figgy, the funniest moment ever on this show. I had to rewatch it. Look, that was epic. Oh my God. Listen, only the New York Knicks, man. Incredible stuff. Definitely smash that like button. Yo, AP, last night was crazy, man. I felt like I lost my voice. I woke up this morning not feeling well. You know what I mean? I gotta relax, bro. It just, you know what it was, y'all? I did so much research, dog. For the first time in my life, I knew every person in the first round besides that guy that we drafted and traded. I had no idea who the Sergio kid was, whatever his name was. I had no idea who. But all the other 29 picks, I knew exactly who they were. And I ain't gonna lie, Cameron Carr is so nice, bro. He was at the top of my big board. I'm getting the more. I'm like, yeah, we about to get Carr. And then we trade him away. Salute to L Figgy, because L Figgy, she got the super fast internet. So she was like, wait a minute, we're trading this pick away. I'm like, yo, Figgy, you need to stop with your super fast internet. Yo, it's just a great time, you know. And to all the people who watched last night's show, the first, you know, if that was your first time seeing a members only panel show, we do this every Sunday. You know, it's always a good time. So, you know, join the movement. You know, we always talking Knicks, and that's the way you could be a part of the show. It was crazy though. It was crazy. I mean, Walsh P didn't pull up. It's a lot of heavy hitters who didn't pull up last night, and maybe they'll pull up again tonight. We'll see. But yeah, it was crazy. I mean, that was a moment. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was a moment. I should clip the video, and I might clip it, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious. We'll see what happens tonight. I think tonight, you know, I'm gonna still bring the same energy, but I'm gonna be a little bit more reserved because I decided tonight I'm not gonna go in with no expectations, man. And that's that. We see what Leon Rose does, and we'll get down to the bottom as to why he traded the pick. There's a couple of reasons why he did, but before I get there, I just want to show you where we are right now with the 31st pick. You know, rumor has it that he's looking to trade this pick away. And I don't know. I mean, I thought that with I thought that in the second round, the picks and, you know, the salary's not guaranteed. So I don't understand this. I mean, I don't know. I honestly, y'all, there's a lot of mystery with Leon Rose right now. He's doing his Leon Rose thing, and he does this every year after the last first. Oh, Pacom Dadier, but you know, he just doesn't like taking no picks in the first round. So this is what came out recently. I don't know how I feel about us and the Memphis Grizzlies together. You know, both looking to trade picks. I mean, Memphis, I feel like they're a team. They just don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know where they're going. I don't really care where they're going. But just like them, we're actively fielding trade inquiries. And there's going to be suitors because there are some good players that are left in this draft. And, you know, this is my first time doing as much research as I have done. I researched well over 60 players in this draft. And so there's still some talent that remains. And I could see a team who possibly could use someone who maybe could fill a role, would trade up with this pick. Chef says the details of both New York and Memphis are open to trade their picks, which are essentially up for auction. Future draft assets would likely be the return if either team makes a deal. All right. Both clubs showed on the first day of the draft that they're willing to trade down. After selecting Cam Boozer, which is a great pick, I just hope Memphis doesn't mess up this guy's arc. But Cam Boozer would be the first pick in any draft. It's just that, AJ and Peterson, two highly coveted guys as well, kind of also had the limelight. Okay. But they did, at least Memphis got Cam Boozer, who could be a staple at the 4 for them going forward. And they held a second first round at number 16, but they traded down with the Thunder and then with the Pistons to acquire a total of 5 future second rounders. So they only just wanted Cam Boozer. All right. Now, OKC drafted Bennett Sturts, who's all right. The Memphis original pick, and Detroit nabbed Ibuka Okori. Now, I'm telling you right now, Ibuka Okori is a guy who he gets buckets. He's not passing the ball, and he's only 6'1". All right, so Detroit got him, and the Grizzlies opted to get Kareem Lopez with the 21st pick, who's also a solid player. Now, on Tuesday, we all know what the Knicks did. I mean, oh my goodness. We traded down from 24 to 25. All right. And then we went to number 30, right? And then in landing the 30 pick, we got the number 47 pick and cash consideration. By the way, last night on the show, we talked about cash considerations. Cash considerations is money that you can use to add to your books. It doesn't count towards the salary cap. And every team could send cash exceptions besides, or cash considerations rather, besides second apron teams. So this is another reason why you wouldn't want to go into the second apron, because you couldn't send cash. Now, cash is important because a team like Memphis, Indiana, the teams where they don't really have much money, they could use that money, right? You got teams, struggling to sell tickets, and so cash becomes essential to those teams. So when you see cash considerations, that's what it's used for. It's not a salary cap thing, all right? And I'm pretty sure we're going to talk more about, the salary cap going forward. So right now, New York, they got cash consideration and a total of 5 second round picks, including the number 47 pick, which they added, all right? And the other picks I don't think were named yet, but in that series of transactions, and now controls 3 second rounders, 31, 47, 55. Okay. As far as the top players who remain, hold on, I got another list I want to use rather than that. Hold on, because this one gives you a little bit more detail. Another thing too, like the Knicks. All right, so I kind of figured that the Knicks would move out of the first round because the players that they interviewed, a lot of them are not even on prospect lists. Like, these guys are the bottom of the draft. So I wouldn't be surprised we trade off of the 31st pick and then just continue to move back, or just save those picks for next year. It is what it is, but I'm gonna get more into the details a little bit later with the first round pick and what the implications are. Damn, I can't find that article though. Yeah, I had a really good article that broke it down and showed us. Let me see if this is it, because it gave us like the pros and cons. I wanted to take a look at that. Nah, this ain't it. That is not it. By the way, in the meantime, smash that like button if you hadn't smashed that like button. All right, we do appreciate your support. Let's continue to let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. Man, it's crazy, yo. By the way, also subscribe if you're not subscribed. Oh, okay, I got it. It was a post article. I know it was a post article. I got it right here, y'all. Bam. All right, let me go back to research more. So yeah, this is the list of who's remains. Henry Vassar, right? This kid is a nice big man from North Carolina. He held it down. He's a stretch five. He could pass the ball. He's kind of small though. I don't know if he would be the Mitchell Robinson replacement. I feel like a lot of the Mitchell Robinson replacements were drafted already. That's if Mitchell Robinson will be replaced. Of course, the young sharpshooter Isaiah Evans out of Duke. He's somebody as well who remains. And then this kid is my favorite right here, Malik Thomas. I mean, this kid is so nice. The A-Cup kid stole a lot of his thunder because Malik Thomas is like a ball handling guard who used to have a high usage rate before he went to Arkansas. But he's definitely a genuine bucket. I'm curious to see where he goes. All right. Ryan Conwell. All right. You got Baba Miller. This is the OKF Doc's favorite. We've talked about him in the Discord server. I don't know if we'll be able to get him, but we'll see. All right. Richie Saunders is solid as well. He played with AJ DeBonsas, but he had an ACL injury, and this honestly is what set him back. But Richie Saunders is a nice little interesting pick. All right. Jack Khalil, solid guard. All right. But I don't know if he'll be able to be ready to play. The further down you go, it's a lot of like rough projects. You got Malik Brown from Duke. I mean, he's just a defensive player. I'm gonna keep it real. Salute to the Blue Devils. But my brother's a defensive player. Manuel Sharp is not bad. 6'3" guard. He can shoot the ball, but he's kind of undersized. We'll see when he, how he develops over the summer. Dylan Mitchell from St. John's is pretty interesting. You could probably get him in the late 30s. I don't know if he'll go to 47. But those are some of the players that remain from the draft. Let me see who's left on my big board. On my big board, which is like a Knicks big board. It's not a mock draft. I came up with my own big board. Let me see. Was Trevon Brazil on there? I'm not sure if he was on there. And then late, there's a kid, Ugana Oniso. Then the Knicks met with him. He potentially could be the 55th pick. And there's another Felix Okopara. 6'10" big, but I mean, very raw. He only weighs 237 pounds. All right. He doesn't really have good touch. He does have a 7'2" wingspan. All right. 9'4" reach. And he's a really good offensive rebounder. But will these guys be able to replace Mitchell Robinson? I don't know. Let me see what my man AP's talking about. AP says, I'm going to be realistic. One more championship in 3 years is good enough for me. The 90s finals team were 5 years apart. We're going to win one more. Damn. So we're not repeating AP? That's tough. I mean, at this rate, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do. Are we going into the second apron? That remains a mystery to me. We'll figure that out really quickly before I get back to some draft stuff. I want to touch on, justice for Knicks fans in San Antonio. That's the movement that I'm starting. We got the San Antonio police doing their job. There's a lot of suspects out there who committed harsh crimes to Knicks fans, and we got some news that kind of makes me feel pretty good. Salute to Bugger who was out there in San Antonio for Game 5. He called up the Smoke Fire show, and he told a crazy story, a horrific story about how Spurs fans was throwing things at Knicks fans and how he had to defend himself. So we had one of our own out there on the front lines having to protect himself. So there was a mom and daughter duo that were arrested, all right, with allegedly assaulting Knicks fans, 2 Knicks fans out in San Antonio. The third woman was arrested in connection with the assault. All right. The third woman who was involved in the alleged assault and robbery of the New York Knicks fans in San Antonio, she was arrested. Cassidy Comego Barrera, she's 21 years old, was taken into custody on June 17th in Bexar County, court records show. All right. Barrera faces 1 count of aggravated robbery, first-degree felony, and 1 count of robbery, a second-degree felony. Records indicate 2 other women identified as Destiny Lizette Converse and Maria Gomez were also arrested in the assault, court documents show. San Antonio police officers responded to the assault Saturday, June 13th. That was Game 5 at the intersection of Navarro and East Houston Street. Both victims were wearing New York Knicks gear. All right. And that's when the 3 women, along with a 4th suspect who's yet to be apprehended, we definitely got to keep our eye out for that person. Justice to the Knicks fans that was assaulted. Several bystanders used their cell phones to record the altercation. See, now, this is my problem with society, right? You got people with their phones out filming, right? Why nobody's intervening to stop it? We just got to watch people get assaulted and find entertainment value. Oh, let's just get the phones out. These are all adults. These ain't teenagers. I mean, it's shameful for me to hear this, that there's people out there just recording the altercation. You got people being assaulted, outnumbered, and attacked. Several bystanders used their cell phones to record the altercation. Barrera was seen on video assaulting the victims and stealing one of the Knicks fans' hats, which she waved in the air after the assault, court documents said. Barrera was identified as a suspect by a third party who was at the scene of the assault. Okay. All right. According to the warrant, after SAPD reviewed a mugshot of Barrera and her social media pages. Social media will always do you in. Don't commit crimes to be on social media. I mean, people are just dumb. And that's why they get caught. Anyway, the affidavit said that she matches the suspect in the cell phone video who wore pink top, black shorts, and knee-high boots. The video also shows Barrera and other suspects punching both victims and kicking one of them in the head, court documents said. Both of the Knicks fans suffered injuries that required them to be hospitalized. All right. Medical records show that one of the victims suffered acute displaced fracture in their right orbital bone. Yikes. So this is what it is. Unfortunate news, and I'm glad that they're arresting the suspects one by one. There's still one out there that remains to be caught, and I think they will be apprehended very shortly. But I'm doing this because, once again, salute to Buggle who called in. If you hadn't watched that video, go check it out. It's in the video section of the channel. And it talks about how a Knicks fan was attacked by a Spurs fan and what he had to do to defend himself to get up out of there, because it could have been another one of those real tragic scenarios. But people were just showing the Knicks fans attacking the Spurs fans, but you rarely heard people talking about the Spurs fans who were stalking Knicks fans towards their hotels. And it's a crazy, 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 scary thing. All right, big time salute to Mr. Williams 1072 or Mr. William 1072. Enjoy the content, great content, bro. I'm locking. I don't want to lose either, but Shaman or Mitch, who you betraying to keep? According to the bosses, right? We got a boss. His name is James Dolan. According to the boss, all right, he said that he's not going into the second apron. Now, Landry Shaman, you could bring him back more than likely and stay clear of the second apron, right? We don't know what teams would throw at Shaman or what would give him going in terms of accepting an offer that may be more lucrative than what the Knicks could offer. But at the end of the day, I'm going to get into Mitch in a second and why we traded the picks. But Oh no, you know, right now, you know, we traded the 24th pick, and this kid Cameron Carr is going to be a good player. I just wish we didn't send him to the Lakers because he's going to look good out there. And whatever we're doing, I just hope Leon, you know, does something like a DeMar DeRozan or something. We got to get some type of talent off the bench. And I don't know if running it back will be enough. Like AP says, he's kind of pushing back off the point that we will repeat this year. I thought that was the goal. But sometimes, and I'm not saying Dolan is doing this, but, owner could just be like, I'm good. I'm good with the one championship. Now we just scale back. I'm not saying that's what's happening right now with the Knicks, but, I thought that the 24th pick would have been solid. But Leon has a plan, and we'll see what that plan is like. All right. Speaking now, I'm talking about the pick. I want to get into this Mitchell Robinson and the pick thing because it's linked. Now, here's why people believe that the Knicks made the pick or traded the pick. Here's the reason why. I'm going to give y'all that now, then I'm going to open up the phone lines. Now, I got another good article too. I forgot to intro this, but 6 players the Knicks could trade Miles McBride to cut more of their losses. I'll talk about that later. In between calls. And Becky, I'll get to Becky later. But if y'all want to talk about Becky, we could talk about Becky. But I'm going to play her clip and I'm going to unload the cannon on her. Hold on. Where is this Mitchell Robinson? Oh, I got it right here. So this is what people are saying. And, I don't think Dolan stated what he stated to be something that was just like a maybe. I think Dolan was very staunch on not going into the second apron. We've never gone into the second apron before. And I don't think Dolan, I don't see him going back on that word. So I just want to make this clear because I feel like there's a lot of people that, they're putting out these theories, but I don't think they understand exactly how apron politics and the salary cap politics work. And I'm going to get to the bottom of that now. Now, the Knicks' bold draft strategy just made Mitchell Robinson's future clearer. Okay? And there's a lot of assumptions, right? And I know it's okay to assume we're fans and, we want to talk about the game. But some things just don't make sense. I just got to keep it real. Some things to me just don't make sense. Now, the Knicks traded completely out of the first round of the draft, which should hint at the team's plan to bring back Mitchell Robinson. Now, I don't know how those things are interrelated. Like you could trade the first round pick and not bring back Mitchell Robinson, right? But the defending champs are $16 million below the threaded second apron. The update on that number is actually closer to 13. Okay, 13 million right now to sign 4 players. Keep that in mind. But want to keep the band together for their repeat bid in an era where rookie contracts are more important than ever. New York gave up the 24th pick to avoid adding a guaranteed deal off their books. They didn't do that without a good reason. They traded back 24 to 25. They got some cash, okay? Once again, that cash consideration does not count towards the cap. Okay, because I see people here saying that too. That cash could just be used by the organization, but it does not count towards the salary cap, for the record, okay? Then they quickly sent the 25 for the 30, as we knew, and they got 2 second-round picks, all right, for dealing the 30th pick. Now, New York turned that 24th pick into 25 second-round picks with cash. That's essentially what they got. And like I said before, 3 of those picks, we don't know what we don't know where they're going. Like, we don't know where they're going to be. They're more than likely like future picks. Now, Phoenix sent the number 47 among the 3 second rounders to New York. So the Knicks add the 47th pick to the number 31 and 45. So now we got 3 picks tonight. Now that 31st pick, like we said earlier, I don't know. Now, they're focused on their championship core. Fans saw them agree to a deal with Mo D. That signal on Mitchell Robinson return. Once again, I don't get where they get that from. I mean, you sign Mo D or Warrior, it doesn't mean you're going to sign Mitchell Robinson. All right? The draft only further tipped the team's hand, okay? So, expect them to exceed the second apron to bring back Robinson. Now, let me just say this. Because people talk about the 24th pick. That's $3.3 million. If you're going into the second apron, the $3.3 million salary does not break you. So, like, that connection in itself doesn't make sense. Like, $3.3 million is maybe a couple of $100,000 more than the minimum. So if I'm like, all right, the $3.3 million makes sense if we're going to stay under the apron because we only have $13 million to play with. Once you decide to go over the second apron, saving money, especially when you're talking about $3 million or a couple of $100,000, that's not helping with anything. Because a $3.3 million rookie contract is not a hard contract to get out of. Only the first 2 years are guaranteed. The other 2 years are team options. That makes the contract tradable and easy to get out of. So I honestly don't agree with trading the 24th pick. Whether you stay under the apron or you go over the apron. Here's why. Here's why. The only way, but let me just give this caveat as well. The only way it makes sense to me is if we get if we're going to use the $6.1 million exception that we get as a first apron team. And now you want to cut corners and sign a rookie minimum, which would be around 1.45. I don't know the exact number. And now that saves you a couple of million. So that way you could build a team. But it doesn't make sense to trade the 24th pick if I'm going to keep Mitchell Robinson. Because the 24th pick is not making or breaking you. Mitchell Robinson's contract makes or breaks you. So I disagree with trading back brings back Mitchell Robinson because the assumption, once again, is that Mitchell Robinson wants $60 million. You can't assume what another man wants. Nor should you try to deny another man from getting the most money he possibly can. CJ McCollum got $21 million for 1 year. We see the brother from Minnesota get $112 million. Ayo DeSumo. Ayo DeSumo got $112 million. Mitch already's coming off a $60 million contract. How do we know that that's something that Mitch wants? I don't know. So I'm not going to make that assumption. But the boss said that we will not go into the second apron. So the reason why they traded the 24th pick is to maintain flexibility under the second apron, not over the second apron. Because once you go over the second apron, the 3.3 becomes nothing. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying. So I'm thinking that Leon has a plan to get some good free agents for the low. Whether it be a DeMar DeRozan on the buyout, whether it be another Jordan Clarkson-like player. What if Tobias Harris? I'm not saying we want Tobias, but I'm just using him as an example. What if his market shrinks and now he's a veteran minimum? I mean, you just go down a list. And we'll talk more free agency after the draft because that's what's next on this Knicks all-season saga, which just begun. So, yeah, I completely disagree with the premise. All right. And then look at this assumption. Look at this assumption. The Knicks be able to convince him to take around a non-pay a mid-level exception around $15 million. Why would he accept the same deal he just signed? Shaman and Robinson, unrestricted free agents, will draw significant interest on the open market. The Lakers just signed Austin Reeves, by the way, to a $180 million contract. We stat check that. So you know what that means? The Lakers are also trying to sign and trade LeBron James to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So that means that the Lakers will have another $60 million to play with. I just think that the assumption that Mitchell Robinson doesn't have options and he has to settle for what we give him, I think that that's just like the wrong way at looking at that. Yeah, 4-year. Austin Reeves got 4 years, $185 million to stay. Okay. But what do you guys think? You guys could call up 646-995. Sorry, 995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. We're talking about the draft, Becky Hammond. All right. I also got 6 players we could trade Deuce for. Because Deuce is on the block right now. It's for a lot of people. But if you want to call up and talk, you can. 646-995-8389. Yeah, I feel like I lost my voice, man. All that yelling last night was crazy. All right. So yeah, I don't think Mitch is coming back. I just don't see it happening. You know, but y'all can let me know what y'all think. 646-995-8389. What's going on, Sean?
Yo, what's going on, Karan?
We in the building, man, my brother. Welcome to OKF Nation, man.
What's going on, man? Appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to you. It's a blessing to be here. But
That's a fact.
yes,
Last
sir.
night was
Yes, sir.
crazy, right?
Hey, one of the best NBA drafts night I ever had, bro. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm talking
Crazy.
about from everybody on the panel just to everything we was talking about, the vibe, just everything. Like I said, it was my first time, so for my first time to be like that, I'm excited for more to come, bro. I
Yeah.
honestly do, bro. But yeah, that yeah, I gotta definitely tune in tonight because that was a ball last night. It was definitely a ball. But
Yeah. Nah, fire.
just real quick, I just got something real small and simple though.
What's up?
I feel like Leon might keep this 31st pick. I'm for some
Uh-oh.
reason I feel like he is trying to sign Mitch, but money is being a little involved in it. That's what I think. So you got to have a backup plan. This 31st pick is worthy of a good NBA player right now because it's still good some prospects on the board that I'm not going to say is going to replace Mitch, but can contribute, you know what I'm saying, for us. And also we gotta get younger. But
Yeah.
let's just say hypothetically he do trade the 31st pick. We still
Mhm.
got what? How many more in this second? Was it two or three more, or is it just one?
We got 3 picks: the 31st, 47, and 55.
Okay, so we got three extra more picks, so at least one of
Mhm.
them will be a draft player. But I really believe Leon might do a trade tonight, and Pacome Dadier or Deuce McBride. I'm sorry, but one
Wow.
of them might be on the hot seat tonight. I really
Mm.
don't feel like Pacome Dadier is becoming a future in our plans. I just haven't seen much from him, barely anything to be honest.
Mm.
And you just gave Mo Diawara that $10 million multi-year contract, so he surpassed you, and you was the first round pick a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. That's a good
So,
point.
that's just me. Kolick is definitely, is one of their top priorities. I think Jalen Brunson really taking Kolick under the wing and showing him, what I'm saying, working with him. And
Yeah.
we just gotta look at these prospects, and like I said, I think it's a few more on the board that's really interesting that I like. Evans, um,
Yeah.
the guy from St. John's, it's a couple of
Yeah.
the guy you was talking about last night. I think it was Reed. I think you said.
Reed got drafted.
Oh, he did get drafted. Okay,
Yeah.
but like I said, I just think Leon might got something up his sleeve. So we'll see though. We'll see. But I appreciate you though.
10
No doubt. No doubt. Was you able
seconds.
to get inside the Discord? Yeah, I put the link
Yeah,
up in there. Okay.
yeah, I got connected in there tonight. I mean, this morning.
Got you.
All
Got
right,
you. All right. Big time
all right,
salute, man.
but yeah, big time salute, man. Appreciate you.
All right. My man Sean, welcome to OKF Nation. Salute to all the people who joined last night as well. We got more. I mean, we're gonna do summer league for sure. And we got members only Sundays. We do that every Sunday, and the panels are lit. Um, and we just gonna continue, all season. And then when next season comes back around, we got the smoke fires. I think I'm gonna keep the op watch parties as well. I want to make that as a staple. Um, Key matchups throughout the year, and just doing our homework, paying attention. It was fun watching the competition and gaining some insight on their games together. What to watch, what to look for. We had a great time. Get my man King from Brooklyn in the building. 646-995-8389. Call up if you want to talk. And yeah, we're talking about the draft. Becky Hammond, all this stuff. What's good, King?
Shout out to you, man. What's up, champ? What's up, champ?
Hey, big time salute, man. I'm not
Big
sure you was in the
time,
building
man.
last night, but it was crazy.
I got to see some bits and pieces of it, man. I was
Mm.
unfortunately at work, man, but I did see what
Oh,
happened, man. Obviously, we don't got a great history of drafting, so I kind of wasn't surprised that we traded
yeah.
down and got some more picks.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Brown is obviously a different variation of the coaches that we had in the past in terms of
Right.
developing guys. But we can't go without saying, Mo Diawara probably will be the guy that's elevated and
Oh yeah.
highlighted next year. So I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
really banking on too much of this draft unless we looking to win a G League championship, a summer league
Nah, I don't give a damn
championship.
about that. Yeah, just
Yeah,
some.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
no, we good.
Yeah, I'm not really too appeased by this draft. Obviously, there's some steals in question. Obviously, some guys we could look to leverage going forward, and I think we should do our due diligence in terms of scouting guys. But there's still
So
so
do
many
you
question marks. Yep.
do you think Mitch is coming back?
I
Okay.
don't think Mitch is coming back. I think we do need to upgrade. In the event he does come back, I still think we need to upgrade from Huck Porty. He did
Yeah.
his due diligence. I think we tried him out. I think his lack of just fundamentally being sound, his basketball IQ,
Mm.
and his lack of development in the interior post and defensively, I think that's gonna unfortunately have us probably move him. He's not worth much. I don't know where his value is right now, but in terms of
Yeah.
looking to repeat or be a more competitive team with that Giannis domino dropping. I think
Yeah.
we clearly need to address the holes that will be, whether that's Jose Alvarado, Miles McBride, or Mitchell Robinson. I'm a fan
Yeah.
of the Knicks just won a championship. I'm a fan of we get the best players available. And
Right.
unfortunately, Giannis, I think, was a little sick by us winning the championship. An event we
Yeah.
don't win, I think there's a pivot, and the Knicks probably go on out. Maybe not
Right.
on a Giannis, but maybe another high-profile big.
No, it
We
would have
got
been
the job.
Giannis.
Yeah, we got the job. We got the job done. And unfortunately, that big domino fall. They're gonna promote a lot of problems over there. Again, my pivot is getting a more durable center. That's always been the
Right.
case. Somebody who could help Cat down there. Somebody who could essentially help OG in our small ball lineups. Because as effective and as great as OG was, I still think, man, it was an evolved version that we seen of him, man. Someone who we wanted to see consistently throughout the years. Just a guy who's going to
Yeah.
play on both ends, be the productive guy that we seen on offense, and us play through him essentially like we did Cat. And I think Cat
Right.
obviously did a great job deferring to OG's production, as well as the overall concepts of the team. And I don't think this draft particularly will address
10
any holes. I
seconds.
think
Mm.
I think a lot of teams will be looking to implode in the next couple weeks with the Ja Morant news, obviously
Yeah.
LeBron and Kawhi news pending.
Mm-hmm.
But we look to
Mm-hmm.
get guys from other teams and look to wait for guys to implode and just wait it out, man. It's only second week. We
Yeah.
still in June, man. We got all the
Yeah,
way
it
to
is early.
October. We got all the way to October to make moves, man. So
Oh yeah.
let's let the summer league transpire. Let's let this draft finish, man, and
Right.
just let the chips, fall where they may. Salute to you, man. I'll call back and send you
Salute.
something, man. Appreciate you.
Great, yo, great call. Great call. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie. I wish I had King Ned last night talking like that to me, because I ain't gonna lie. I jumped off the deep. But the reason why I jumped off the deep end, I did a lot, bro. The amount of research I put into this, bro, it was just too much. And for us to not select one of these players, it was crazy to me. And that's why, once again, I don't think Mitch is coming back. I don't see us going into the second apron, because you only cut salary to cut corners. So you come off the 24th pick if you're operating within strict or tight boundaries financially. You only got $13 million to sign 4 players, right? 4 players. So, I think that's more of the reason than, oh, we want to bring Mitch back. Because if you bring Mitch back, then you don't have to cut the $3.3 million, right? The $3 million don't break you in that case. Because it's not like, oh, once you hit the second apron, there is no benefit of being at a smaller financial number, right? I mean, what's the difference between 232 million and 235 million? Second apron, regardless. Like, it's not going to make anything different besides the luxury tax you pay. But I mean, if you got $232 million, you got 235. I guess that's just what I'm trying to say. Got my man Fritz from the NBA Economy in here. Curious to see what he has to say on the matter. What's good, Fritz?
Yo, my guy McCron, hey, what's up?
How's it going, man? I didn't get a chance to connect with the guy you connect me with, but I saw some clips of him on he was on Still Knicks Fans and Ron. The kid got a bright future.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. I gotta at some point. We'll all connect at one point.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. But what's going on, man? What's your thoughts on where we are? We traded the picks away. What do you think is getting ready to happen with these New York Knicks?
Yeah, they're gonna trade this 31st pick.
Yeah.
When I had my draft special, I predicted they're going to trade it. As like this layover between the first night and second night. Mm-hmm. Every year, there's a bunch of teams who really, really want that pick. And this time, the Knicks not only just went from day 1 to day 2, they let it be known, we're trading this. Bring your best. Bring your best offer.
That's what it is.
Basically. So people are going to, somebody who got 2-3 picks, they really want a specific player and
Exactly.
you can't guarantee you're going to get that specific player unless you get that top pick.
Exactly. Exactly. So what do you think about the thought process that we made the trade to bring Mitch back? What do you think about that?
No, I've been telling people like, Mitch is not coming back, and I've
Right.
been saying it all year. And I
I
said,
know.
hey, as soon as they sign Mikal Bridges, this is the situation that was going to happen. You could predict it from 2 years ago. That
Right. Yeah.
this is the point where you have points where you can turn off this road, but once you get to this point, Mitch got to go.
Exactly. I mean, it's just really that simple. And also, we know Leon Rose's style, right? He usually doesn't let guys go into that year without a contract. You know, that's not really his MO. And if that's the case, more than likely, you're out of here at some point.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
I think a lot of Knicks fans forgot. Like, going into this year, a lot of us said, hey, do you want to trade Mitch? People said, no, like, we want to win this championship, and if he walks, he walks. And then now we get to the point where he walks, and they're like, nah, like, there has to be a way. Like, we knew this.
We knew this. I know. And this is what I'm trying to talk sense into them, you know, and it's hard sometimes, but, you know, I don't know. This it's like 2K. You just want to play 2K and change the rules.
Better people. I don't. And people have this thing is like, oh, they're being so disloyal. No, this is the best possible. This is the best possible scenario. Mitch just won a championship.
Exactly, his value's up.
Not only that, all year he's taken Jokic to task. He's taken Wemby to task. He's taken every Western Conference centered task, and he said, "I'm open for business."
That's it.
Like,
that's
don't
it.
feel sorry for Mitch.
No, he gonna be all right.
he gonna have his farm in Tennessee. Still.
Oh yeah.
His day he might just be working in Hollywood.
I agree. You see, they gave Luka. Not Luka. They gave what's the guy? The other guy,
Austin.
Reeves.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, they gave him the bag.
Yeah, and I heard Detroit was gonna give him a max if they didn't. So
waiting in the wings.
They have a choice.
Exactly. So, you know, it's a lot of opportunity and teams out there like Brooklyn, a team that I feel like they barely know what the hell they doing, and they got money, you know. So someone's gonna pay them.
Yeah, I still don't. You know, there's still a lot of things that could happen in the next few days. I know people are holding out their hope for Mitch. Yes, there's technically ways that Mitch can come back if he takes a big old cut, and the Knicks forget about all these other players that are kind of waiting.
Oh man,
like, I kind of look at that as like, are you going to take one person to inconvenience a whole bunch of people?
Exactly.
Or you're gonna remove the one person.
You're gonna remove the one person, and here's another thing too, Fritz. Right? How does re-signing Mitch going into the second apron, right, guarantees that we'll repeat?
It does. It doesn't. It makes it very tough. Like, I would feel less of Mitch if he came back. Like,
yeah,
it's like
exactly.
You haven't grown up. Like, if you took a very small contract, that means you just don't. You haven't grown up. Like,
right.
Listen, this is
his
part
health
is part of the business.
But Fritz, remember, his health is not always guaranteed. Now you take less and you get a major injury. Oh man, that could be the end.
Yeah.
So like, you got to go get your bag.
You got to get your bag. Take care of you, and then when you ready, you come back when you're ready. But
you come back. Hey, look, you could come to the Garden. You could be alumni. We got people all over. We got guys that been with the team 1 year.
Yeah, but this whole time, like, he's never. His last contract, the Knicks made him take less.
Yes.
The Knicks did all that. Like,
Yes.
didn't guarantee we're gonna be a starter.
Mm-hmm.
No. Now you can write your own history.
Hello. Be your own man. Play your game. Because he always used to say, oh, they're not allowing me to play my game. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is your opportunity.
And he ain't no kid. Like, wherever he's gonna go, he's respected. Like,
Of course, yeah, of course.
He goes in not, and when he comes to the Knicks, everybody say, "Oh, little old Mitch, ain't nobody gonna let you pull that play off. Don't you better not." No, he can go to another team, and if he wants to dribble from the 3-point line.
That's a fact. And look, but Fritz too, look. They talk about his mental health. He's not going to have the same pressure. If he goes to Memphis or if he goes to Sacramento, the pressure that they got there is nothing like it in New York.
Oh no, they just look. If you dunk and they love, it's not the same.
They love you. You blocking shots to get rebound, bro.
You missed an assignment. They don't know you missed an assignment.
They don't care. They gonna love anything. Oh man, we got Mitch. He won the championship. They gonna be bigging him up. As long as he don't get hurt, they gonna love him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be
he'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we love Mitch over here. You know, I always used to tell people, Fritz, because I felt like they didn't see the bigger picture. That I just wanted Mitch to get paid. People always say
to get paid. I'm like, I want, you know what I mean? I want to hear these stories about these people working. Nah, Mitch. He was with us from when it was bad.
Yeah, we're terrible. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, I got another question too. Before we head out,
sure.
What's your thoughts on DeMar DeRozan? He might get stretched and waived. Do you think he'll come to the Knicks after he gets waived?
You know what? I'm having trouble with the amount of spots the Knicks have available on the roster, right. and it's looking like maybe Dottier, maybe maybe Deuce. Deuce is the one I really think is going to be moved tonight or soon. Maybe not tonight, but soon. Yeah, when you start talking DeRozan, you need to open up some spots.
Because you got to give him the 6.1.
Oh no! Like when they're gonna waive him, stretch him, so he's gonna get all the money that he has. Big money coming to him. They just got to give him his check over the next few years.
Oh, so you're not talking about that? You talking about like his spot on the team, like on the roster.
Spot on the team.
I got you.
Like the amount of roster spots. Because right now we're at I could tell you how many spots we have. 10?
I think 10 if Jose stays.
So that's 4.
Yeah.
Like 4 more spots. That doesn't include if Landry comes back.
Right.
I
think Landry's gone though. If DeRozan comes, he's gone.
Huh?
Yeah, I think if the DeRozan comes, I think Landry's gone.
Yeah, and they already say like Landry got people looking at him.
Oh, do he? Oh my God.
Yeah, so I mean, you're not abandoning someone. You're not holding somebody from their money. If you
no.
Going to pay him what you were going to pay him, or even better.
Exactly.
You have nothing to feel guilty about.
Right. You see, CJ McCollum got $21 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know CJ balled out, but damn.
Yeah. So I'm. Yeah, I think we're gonna be creative. We're gonna be creative.
Yeah, I agree, man. Thank you, Fritz. I appreciate you, Fritz. NBA economy. You do your thing. and I like talking to you because you have a great understanding for what's actually happening. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna be okay. Like I wasn't happy because my guy was there. Like Cameron Carr was my
Oh
guy.
my.
Like everybody knew that was my guy. It's like, yo, everybody said, nah, he ain't gonna be there. You're gonna have to move up. I said, yo, that is the guy. Like if he's on the board, you do not skip this kid.
Yo, Fritz, I had a meltdown last night on the draft show. We did.
Oh no. Oh, I did too.
Yo,
It wasn't
wait
even a
a
Cameron
minute.
Carr thing. It was the Sergio. And I said, we
Oh,
draft
and that too, the
Cash,
Sergio.
I
Yeah.
am
Oh
gonna
my.
wallow.
It was crazy, man. But yo, Fritz, I appreciate you, my brother.
Oh, absolutely, man. Keep up the great work.
All right. Salute. That's my man Fritz, NBA Economy. Go check him out. He, like I said, I like talking to him because he understands the because he deals with the economy of the NBA. And that's what's driving what's happening on the floor. But salute to everybody. Smash that like button. All right. Do appreciate you guys if you're watching the show. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right. We're on the road to 10K subs. So help us get to our goal. Smash that subscribe button as well. Oh, really quickly, before I take some more calls, I didn't do this before, but I want to show y'all the merch, man. If you didn't see the merch, we do got merch. All you got to do is hit my link tree. That's linktree/TheObjectiveFan. Bam. And then you'll see the merch. We got the mugs. We got the t-shirts. We got hoodies. I'm putting the link in the chat right now so you can check this out. All right. Check out my merch. All right. And it's linktree/TheObjectiveFan. Everything I have on there, you can find. All right. I'm working on a team of Destiny shirts, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having beef with my designer right now. But right now, this is the merch I got right here. All you gotta do is hit the link tree. Go get you a mug. Go get you a shirt. I do appreciate the support. All right. Let me jump out of that. And let me get back to these phone lines. All right. Walls P, give me a second. Walls P, I see you. I got my man D from LA. Jesse, by the way, thank you, Jesse, for the jewels. Low State for 200 jewels. I appreciate that. What's good, D?
Yo, Karam.
Oh my goodness.
You're a
What's
stoic
up?
guy. You know, you're a mellow dude. You're usually chill. You just,
Oh
you know what I
man.
mean? You're even kill. But I
Oh
gotta
man.
say, the best moment this year was the championship. The second best moment after that championship, I can't lie, bruh. You killed it yesterday, bruh. I'm sorry.
The meltdown,
Oh
I gotta put it
my
out.
God.
I'm gonna clip it. I gotta clip
Bruh,
it.
it was, I've gone back. Shout out to Tugboat because he's timestamped it in the video. I've watched it like 8,000 times.
Yo, that was
Leon,
crazy.
you gotta catch Leon just one time. You gotta catch him. He did
Oh
you
my.
dirty, bruh.
What?
Oh,
Yo, we were
man.
so hyped though. Did you see how hyped we said Chris Sanak? Yes.
Bruh, I'm crying, dog.
I told
If you go
Figgy, I
back and
said,
listen
Figgy,
to it,
stop
though,
it with your fast internet.
you were kind of warned prior, though. Some people made some comments warning you, and I also said, you know, just knowing how Leon has operated in the draft in the later rounds, he does tricky stuff. Even before the second apron, he's always been kind of, you know.
D, I
tricky.
knew I was in the moment though, D. Look, I showed y'all
I
the
know.
board. I was so hyped. I said, look at the names. Look at the names.
You know what though? You know what I did, and this is content related, but just professionalism related. The fact that you're doing the scouting for these players is really good stuff, though, and it's something that you should make tradition for real. No.
Yeah,
it's
I will.
really good that you. Yeah.
Yo, D, I'm not gonna have expectations no more. That was the problem.
Oh no,
I expected the Knicks to get one of these guys.
Oh no, it's not a problem. We loved it.
I know.
It's not a problem.
I know,
Do it more.
but no, I will continue to scout. I enjoy myself. I'm not doing no more scouting right now, though. I'm done. But
I feel it. I feel it.
Next year, I will scout again for sure.
Yeah, it was good stuff. And shout out to everybody who was there. If you're not a member, do yourself a favor. It was good times. It was good vibes. You know, the draft is what the draft is. We really don't care much because it's prospects, but the vibe yesterday was amazing. And that moment is OG tipped that ball in. Karan was hyped about Kai Cenat.
Oh my goodness. What? Yo, I lost my voice. I had a headache. So I was messed up the next day, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think he kind of said it on the call yesterday. I didn't really catch it. I don't know if this is exactly what you were saying, but the Knicks did flip 1 pick into 5, which is amazing.
Right, yeah, it did.
That's crazy. Does it sound like we're gonna actually move off the 31st today and like other stuff? It sounds like that's what we're gonna do.
10
why though?
seconds.
I don't know. Who do you still have that you would like? I only know about this Visa kid just because he's tall. I don't know much about
the Visa kid. Is not like he's listen. He could be an all right player. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him, but he ain't ready right now to replace Mitch. They gonna boo him. Honestly, Isaiah Evans is the only pick. Oh no, I should say that Malik Thomas as well. That's the only two.
Gotcha.
That right now might be in the rotation.
Gotcha.
Putting pressure on dudes.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, we don't want much of the developmental guys we want right now because we're in right now. I got you.
Right. Like Evans could be like how Diawara was last year. He may not be in the playoffs, but during the regular season, you gotta play him.
Speaking of Diawara, what are expectations of him right before I go?
Oh, he's playing. Yeah, he's playing.
Bunch of minutes?
Yeah, he in the rotation, like for real.
Got you. For sure.
Yeah, he might have to play the 5.
Damn. Like that. Damn.
Who else we getting? Who we getting at the 5?
Damn. So we just Huck Party is just cheeks?
Do you trust Party, dog? You trust?
I don't trust. I don't know what to think about the guy because he just gets there. Sometimes he does good things. Sometimes it's cardio. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I
don't know. I don't know if his name. You just say the name. It don't sound like a player. No offense. No, he's a great guy. I met him, by the way. He's a great guy.
Right. Oh, dope. I told myself in my Knicks fan mind that he was an earlier Hartenstein, but you know, still, if that's the case, it's still going to take time. I just wish I could get a grip on like what exactly to expect from him. But let's see what Leon does today, though. You know what I mean? Are you streaming today too?
Yeah, we tonight. Same thing, same time, same place. Members only. Yep, join the channel, y'all. Y'all could join the panel.
Join the channel. Trust. Even if it's just for a test run, join the channel and then you make a decision. Yeah. But it was vibes yesterday, though, for sure.
It's fire. We always got stuff going on with the members, so
no doubt.
It won't be a waste.
I got you. I'll holler though, bro.
Big time.
Stay up.
It's my man D from LA. I don't know what we're going to do with the backup center spot. You know what? Before I get my man Walls P, I'll do this really quickly. We still didn't talk about Becky Hammond. I'll get to her a little bit later. But at least for now, I could get into this Deuce McBride content. So right now, Deuce McBride is someone who a lot of people want him traded. You know, this guy went from being Deuce in every arena to being trade bait. Let me show you what I mean. Bam! So, you know, right now we're dealing with the second apron politics and we're trying to hard cap ourselves from entering the second apron. But Deuce McBride could be on the move. If not tonight, sometime next week when free agency officially opens. But 6 players that the Knicks could trade for Deuce McBride. All right. Now look at this. You got Eves Missy. Right? You could straight up trade Deuce for Eves Missy. Okay. Justin Champagnie. Now this is a kid who I would like. All right. And Justin Champagnie, I think this is the Washington one. All right. I like him. How do y'all feel about Deuce for Champagnie? Would y'all do that in a heartbeat? Do you think Washington will do that? Do you think Washington? This is my favorite Deuce trade right here, and it saves money because I think Champagny has he has a $2.6 million option. All right, so I think this would be a great. I think this would be a great pickup. Then you have Jay Huff. Now I like Jay Huff a lot. He played with Indiana. He's somewhat of a rim protector. He's no Mitchell Robinson, but he's a big guy. And the cool thing about Jay Huff, he stretches the floor. So if you're having a hard time signing a center, get Jay Huff. But this is my favorite trade though for Deuce. Justice Champagny. I'm not gonna lie. And then you got G.G. Jackson. Once again, you got the Memphis Grizzlies. They don't know what the hell they're doing. All right, G.G. Jackson, he's a wingman. You know, he's a wing. He plays defense. Okay, he's averaging 12.4 points per game, 4.3 rebounds. All right, I like G.G. He defends. You get bigger, right? Imagine him with Mo Diawara, Jose, Tyler Kolek, right? G.G. Jackson is solid. Now, this kid right here is nice, bro. If we could convince Danny Ainge, if we could convince Danny Ainge with trading us Isaiah Collier, brother, that is a huge win. He is a real point guard for real, right? He can actually make plays, and he can get buckets. All right. He only makes $2.7 million. He will save us about $1.3 million as we try to cut corners. So all of these trades I'm showing you here are guys that can help us cut corners. If we got a whole lot of second round picks, you know, maybe we send 2 of them to Washington for Champagny. We take 2 of those second round picks and get Champagny. I like Jay Huff too. I think the Jay Huff trade is a solid trade. He's someone that could really back up Karl-Anthony Towns. But Ryan Dunn is also cool. Okay. This kid right here, he actually grew up in Nassau County, which is kind of interesting. All right. But Ryan Dunn, he plays defense. All right. $2.7 million. Another one of those contracts to help you save some money. So I just gave you 6 players they could trade for Deuce. Honestly, all of these trades are good trades. I'm not like, there's not one bad trade here. Like, there's not one bad trade. I'm keeping it real because even Ryan Dunn can play point guard. Right? I think this is the Clippers done. Hold on, let me just pull it up just to be sure. I think this is the Clippers done. The Clippers done that, you know, he's the forward, he plays defense. Hold on, let me pull it up. Oh, no. This is the Phoenix done. I mean, this done is cool too. He's not really he don't got an offensive game at all, but he plays defense, you know? He's one of those defensive type guys. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I would do that. I thought I got a new update. It's just talking about the deal from last night. We talked about that already. But what do you think about those Deuce McBride trades? 646-995-8389. Call up. Let me know. Got my man Walls P, OKF Nation Plus in the building. 6 trades we can make for Deuce McBride. I'm going to get to Becky in a second, too. I'm going to take some more calls, but if you want to talk about Becky, we could. What's good, Walls P?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Sorry I couldn't get you yesterday. You know, it was crazy, but
yeah,
what's your thoughts,
good.
man?
It's all good. Yeah, I'm mad.
Were you able to? Oh, you missed it.
I missed it, but I was listening. I listened to it today. Yeah,
okay.
The crash out was hilarious.
Bruh. Yo, Walt, I never did this much research in my life. Bro, I knew every player in the draft besides that Spanish guy we drafted. I didn't know who the hell he was. But every other player I knew.
I was disappointed, man, because I was looking forward to for them drafting what's the dude that went to the Celtics?
Yeah, Chris Nat.
Yeah.
Baby Towns is what I call him.
Yeah. Because my thing is, if you're not bringing back Mitch, then like, why not bring somebody in who's gonna be cheaper? and have the
Yeah.
potential. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
Maybe
I
they
don't
want a
know.
veteran big.
This is what I'm honestly thinking, man. Because I know everybody's talking about trading Deuce,
Deuce?
but
Yeah.
I really think that injury didn't fully recover from it yet. And it's messing with his lateral movement and everything. Like, because Deuce was at one point like up and before that injury, he was like one of our best, point of attack defenders.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I don't know. Maybe he needed more recovery time, but he was able to play through it because you did report that like he was playing, like when he was playing, it was still like some pain, right?
Painful. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? So that could have contributed to it. But I honestly think, because I know y'all was talking about Cat taking less money,
Yeah.
and the crazy thing about it is that he was on Club Shay, and Shannon Sharp literally asked him like, "Yo, would you take a discount, that Jalen Brunson discount?" And he was like, "Yeah," like thinking about it, he was like, "Yeah, I would take the discount." And Shannon Sharp was like,
No,
100
but
mil.
but what was the caveat he said though?
Yeah, he said if we sit down and talk and have a
Bingo.
plan, whatever, then I'm willing to.
Right. It's
I'm
something that we
thinking,
all have to do.
yeah, exactly. Now I'm thinking, I don't know because I don't know how to front like what's going on behind the scenes. Because I got, if I'm gonna put trust in Leon Rose, I gotta think there's something like in the that's working in the back end.
Okay. Right.
Because if Jose Alvarado pushed
Decision.
his decision back and all that stuff, because the way I see them going into the second apron is if they re-sign Mitch, I don't know if Shamet will be re-signed, but definitely re-sign Mitch. And then the other parts, is free game. But I honestly think they're thinking go into the second apron just for this year. And when Cat re-signed, that's going to drop us below the second
Nah,
apron.
it
You
doesn't
don't
work
think
like
so?
that.
It
It
don't?
once you sign Mitchell Robinson, you're going to be a second apron team. So you sign him 15, 16 million. Because what they were asking Towns to do is sacrifice 10 million, 7 to 10 million a year. You pick up 15 to 16 with Mitch, that puts you back over the second apron. So no, that's not realistic. But I would say that if you did that, why would you trade away from the 24th pick?
That's
It's
what
only
I don't
3.3
understand.
million.
That's what I don't understand.
I'm saying if you're going into the second apron,
yeah,
why wouldn't you just take the $3.3 million salary? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, there's no real difference between 232 and 235. You're in the second apron. Like, it's not going to stop nothing, not going to change nothing. And so that's why I don't think we're keeping Mitch. I think they're doing it because they wanted to shave as much off as they can so we could stay under the second apron.
And this is the problem that I have, right? Because let's just say Mitch is probably going to walk, right?
Yeah.
Why not have signed Sanat? No, why not have drafted Sanat, right? You draft him because now if you're gonna do your draft in the second rounders and you put them on two-way deals, I'm tired of this process of signing people on the like the lower draft picks, the 50 pick and 40 whatever pick, and sign them on two-way deals because we got to understand how fortunate we are that Diawara even signed back.
Right.
Because then I guess we didn't learn nothing from Hartenstein.
Good point.
Because you get these players on 2-year deals, and now if you're talking Mitch is gone, Shamet is gone, these guys that we bring in, and we don't know what veterans they may bring in, but let's just say for the sake of argument, they focus on rookie contracts, whether it's two-way deals or whatever the case may be. If these guys have a breakout season, you're back to square one again next season because you have nobody under contract. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, at what point do you stop repeating this process? You got guys that you're developing. You're basically developing them for other teams because they got the cap to turn around and sign them. So now you're back to square one again come next year's draft. And next year's draft, we don't even have a first-round pick.
No.
So that's why I'm like, why not take advantage of this year's first round pick? Because you know we're not gonna have them for a while again.
Yeah, I'm
But
thinking because he's probably going to sign Jose, and he's looking to get like a DeMar DeRozan who could be
mhm,
bought out. I'm thinking that they're looking at veterans they could try to like
yeah,
finagle in,
yeah,
and then whatever rookies they do sign, make them like Diawara who signed like a $1.2 million contract, so you could
gotcha.
squeeze
hmm
in and
hmm
get those last couple of players.
Now, if we get a DeRozan, I think that would be a big help for
What?
scoring off the bench. That would be a huge
Oh my
help off
goodness,
score because that replaces your Shamit or even your Jordan
Clarkson.
Clarkson. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So right there, you getting double digit points every night off the bench. So
Good point.
now it's just a point of having a big man to back up because we all know not Mitch, Towns, this guy stays with foul trouble. Like every
Right.
so often that foul trouble rears its ugly head. So yeah,
Yeah.
man, like and the thing is it's significant we get a decent backup big because just look at how ineffective Cornette was. You
Yeah.
feel me? So a backup big, like it matters, bro. It
It
matters.
does.
So
It does. That's why I
look,
didn't mind that J Huff trade. I'm not acting like he's nice like that,
yeah.
but he's solid, bro. Like
hmm
he can hold it down off the bench. I'm not saying he's
Yeah,
a starter. I'm not saying he's better than Mitch,
yeah.
but I might do that Deuce trade or maybe just do Pacome and send second round picks. Get J Huff,
Yeah. Hey, look, man. I'll say trust Leon Rose because he bought us a ring, but right now I'm looking at him with a side eye, so I ain't gonna
I
front.
know. Me too.
You know
Oh
what I
man,
mean?
but I appreciate you, Walsh, man.
No
Hopefully
doubt,
you could
brother.
tune in
Yeah.
tonight. We'll be
If
back
I
tonight for
do,
the second round.
I'll probably chip in for like the first hour or so and then call it a
Okay.
night, brother.
That's
Because
fine.
that live was 5 hours, and I'm like, bruh.
No, that's because the afterlife we just was
Nah,
talking.
I know.
Oh
But
my goodness.
once you're in there, you get sucked into pause. You get drawn in to stay and like enjoy the conversation. So I'm gonna just
I tell
make
you
it
what,
like, yo.
we're not gonna be off for 5 hours tonight. We
Nah,
not.
I
I
got you.
promise.
I got
It's
you.
not
I
happening.
got you. I got you.
But
But yeah,
big time.
I'll tap in. I'll tap in.
Salute.
All right, salute.
Yeah, Maxie was so bad. She was like, "Why are you all live till 1 going crazy?" It was last night was crazy. Salute to. Oh damn, I didn't mean to do that. My bad. On time. Salute to J Tap. He said Knicks need a bench player that'll push hard. I'm sorry, Knicks need a player that'll push hard to the bench. J Tap, you just don't like Josh Hart. How about a player? Could we get a player? Any player that could play. I mean, and whether or not he pushes hard to the bench, I don't really personally care about that. But I hear what you're saying though. The only player that I think you could possibly get, but you probably won't be able to get him now, is LeBron. He'll definitely push hard to the bench, but the Lakers are trying to organize a sign and trade for him to go to Cleveland, which is a very interesting development. I'll talk more about that on NBA Saturday. We get my man Juan the Doctor in the building. OKF Doc. Hey, what's going on, OKF Doc?
How you doing, man?
I feel a lot better, even though my throat is messed up.
Oh, that was a blast last night.
Crazy stuff. But man, where we going? I know you want to talk about the draft.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to give you props, like I told you on the Discord, because doing all the research you did for one live for the draft and a couple of days, man, that's a lot. So
yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, I was watching, like, for some of these kids, I'm watching 30, 40 minutes of tape.
It's a lot.
Because, like,
I mean,
certain kids caught my eye. I'm like, is this kid really that nice? So I just start watching more clips. You
have to see
know,
consistency. You have to see they
right.
remain doing the same things. Most of them don't.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I want to see the good highlights and the bad highlights.
which they don't show you.
Right. No, you got to find it. Like you
gotta
have to
find
go
it.
like watch some of the games. Like I'm gonna tell all my secrets, but yeah, there's
No,
certain things
I
you can
hear
do.
you.
You find it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been there. Believe me, I love the draft. But it's I mean they have full teams, man, of squad of scouts.
Yeah.
Each team has a full team of squads, so that's a lot. But anyway, I was also tied a little bit with Tanaka. I really wanted him to be drafted.
Oh.
You know me. I thought about the cost controlled players for years. You have a 6'11" guy that for 4 or 5 years. That's gold.
Mm-hmm. I think you was telling me about him too, because before I didn't know who he was. When I would read like certain prospects, I didn't know who none of these guys were. It might have been you or somebody else that said, "No, Tanaka could play."
I think Mike and I was telling you as well. So he was a great player and very underutilized in Houston. Would have been great with us.
Right, because he didn't have the numbers.
That's why he split.
Exactly.
But I have the other guy, Miller. Actually, I think it's in the same caliber of that.
Oh, Miller.
The Spaniard, Miller. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's 6'11". He's the same kind of player, but with more experience. Older. I mean, he's going to be on the backup, but that's all right. It doesn't matter. But you know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the way they're looking at that is, and we talked about this. The second rounders have exceptions. They don't count the cap. So you can bring the 3 players, and they will not be affecting your cap. You'll still have $13 million to spend. So that is huge.
That's huge, yeah.
So to me, what they will do, maybe they will trade number 31 for 35th and 48, 49th with Denver, maybe. And then you actually trade those 3 for another one in like the 38 or 37.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you get 2 good players. Millie Thomas, you get what's his name, Miller, Bizar, even.
How you feel about Richie Saunders? He's an interesting
Richie
guy.
Saunders, I would take a flyer on him. I would take a flyer on him because he's a really good player. It's because
he had the injury and people kind of overlooked him because of that. But
well, he's not just that. He's also going to be 25 years old.
That part, yep, that part. So I kind of like him though.
It's not bad, but he's not going to be playing now. He will play probably by the playoffs, if any, or next year.
Yeah, I know.
But to have him, yeah, sure. I would keep him as a 2-way player, just like they did with McCullough.
Right. Like, do you think we could get him at the 47 pick, or?
There's a world that they can actually go that low because of that same injury, because of their age.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it will be a problem with that, to be honest.
Okay.
I see Onyeso as well. Also a really good player, man.
And I think they met with Onyeso.
Yes, it's a 7-footer, like natural 7-footer. He can shoot threes once in a while. It's like a Huff. It literally is like a Huff, like a Jay Huff kind of player.
Mm-hmm. Like a Jay Huff type, yep. Yeah, they did meet with him, by the way, too. The Knicks did meet with him.
But what I think they're going to do, to be honest with you, is I think Pacom and Deuce are going to be traded. Maybe not today for picks, but they will be traded for a backup center. Yeah,
Did you like that Deuce trade for Jay? It was Deuce for Champagny. It was what else? Here's his players. It was Isaiah Collier from Utah. GG Jackson from Memphis, right? And all of these guys make like around 2-point-something million, so that'll give us like another $1 million.
I do like GG Jackson.
GG's there, and Memphis don't know what the hell they're doing. Jay Huff, Justice Champagny, who's my favorite. I would love to get the Champagny kid. Oh my goodness!
But I think you can get him for like just like a round. There's not for the Deuce. I would actually trade Deuce for a center, to be honest. Someone is going to be a little bit more expensive. It's not just that much because of the salary, because of the quality of the player.
I get what you said, but you got to move salary for him because of the apron. Remember, so you got to send that salary out, more salary out than you take back. Yeah, that's a hard apron.
That's what I would.
Oh yeah, so then you could do Pacone. Yeah, Pacone for Champagny, and then Deuce for a center.
Mm-hmm. So, see what I mean? Because
Right.
And it's not because I want to trade Deuce. Nah, it's a great player. It's not that, and
Right.
I would love to keep him, but we have to like value future and what you're expecting for him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's it, man. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. You know, we got faith in Leon, but this thought process that we bring in Mitch back, I don't see it helping us repeat. Like, even if, like you said, the second round exception. So let's say we go out there and we get 3 second-round picks, right? All right, cool.
Right.
Now we say, Mitch, hey, Mitch, we'll give you $12 million to start the first year, so that way we won't go into the apron. I mean, how good would your team be? Like, you just have Mitchell Robinson, Jose, second-round picks. I don't know.
But if you do that, you're not gonna have enough players.
No,
You're still gonna have one short on him.
Well, if you take Mitch and then use the 3 second-round picks,
well, you're gonna be able to actually keep Jose at 4.9.
Oh, see, that's a good one.
It's not going to be here. Mitch is not going to be here.
Yeah, he's not going to be. Because he could get more money than that. You know, why would he? Come on. Like,
and we talk about loyalty. That's great. That's beautiful. But is he going to be taking a $10 million cut?
Hell no.
And do we want him to? I mean, he gave us a lot.
I wouldn't want him.
Years.
I wouldn't want him to.
You know what I mean? So I don't think he's coming back, and I don't think they're gonna try to get him back. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the ship is sell.
I think they did the 24 because they wanted to have the second rounders, because those are more controlled. They're only 1.5.
Yeah. Right, and we got a tight window that we dealing with.
And they don't count towards the cap.
And they don't count towards the cap.
So there's still coast control players you can actually sign for multi-years, but they don't take that much space in your cap. Those are valuable.
Yeah.
Those are hugely valuable. So to me,
hugely valuable.
It doesn't signal that they're going to keep Mitch. It just signals that they're going to be using other people or other players to shore up the loss of Mitch. The one that I think might return is Shaman. But like
okay, yeah. Yeah, now you can give him the $6 million that you need. That makes sense. And then you still could sign somebody else.
Exactly. There's going to be a minimum. Yeah.
To a minimum. So, but yeah, I appreciate you, OKF Dot. Hopefully you'll be in the building that night. You'll be in the building?
Of course. You know it.
Okay. That's what's up. Because we need the Doc's expertise. You feel me?
Oh, no. I hear you, man. Thank you, bro.
Big time salute.
Big time.
Yeah, that's me. That's my man, the OKF Dot. Me and him, we always have great conversation. Just talking, you know. Like, he always was sending me players. This was before I was doing my scouting, and he's really into college basketball. Like, he's really a sports guy. OKF Doc. He's in to sports, period. So, what's good, Randall?
What's up?
We in the building, man.
Let's go.
Last night was crazy, huh?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Yo, man. But Leon has a plan, right? He has a plan.
I hope.
He said, I hope. We don't know what that plan is, but, you know, it's something.
Yeah, we definitely know he got a plan, just don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is. So you think we trading the pick tonight, 31?
I hear rumors, but I hope not.
Who you taking with that pick?
I'm hoping with that 31 pick, we could sign 1 or 3 players. Either Isaiah Evans, Malik Thomas, or Baba Miller. One of them 3 with that 31 pick.
Yeah, I think those are the 3 best. The Vassar kid is cool, but
but you know what? I think Leon Rose might sell that 31, trade that 31 pick, and just work with 47 and 55 and try to play with those.
Hey, I mean, Honestly, it is what it is at that point. If that's what we're doing, I would take that kid Richie Saunders. I like him. I know he got the injury, and he's 25, but he's a good player, man.
Wait
If
a
I
minute,
could get
Richie
him,
Saunders. Is he like
yeah.
6'6", 220?
Say that again.
Is he 6'6", 220?
Yeah, he like around 6'6". Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But he had an ACL. That's what dropped his value, and he's 25.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, like, if you get him at like 47 or 55, I would take him because ain't nobody gonna be better than him.
He'll still be it. He'll still
You
be
think
it.
so? Okay.
Yeah. And I've seen a few centers that might be still available down there at 47 and 55.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they interviewed some guys I never heard of before, so maybe these are the guys that they're looking at those picks.
Right.
I don't know, but we're gonna find out. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting to see what's gonna happen tonight.
How you feel about those Deuce trades?
What trade?
Like we could trade Deuce for Champagny from Washington. We could trade him for Jay Huff from Indiana. We could trade him for G.G. Jackson. We could trade him for Collier from Utah. We could trade him for, who else was it? I think Ryan Dunn. Yeah, those are some trades because those trades are good because we'll free up some money.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I doubt that. I don't know.
Just have to wait and see.
Gotta wait to see. But I appreciate you, Randall. Big time salute.
Anytime, man.
No. It's my man Randall, OKF Nation. He was in the building last night. I lost my voice. Crazy, man. We had a good time though. And we'll be back tonight as well. So if you are a channel member, pull up tonight. We're doing the members only panel. We're going to be talking about the draft. And I did a lot of research. I know mostly all of these players. And there's some talent out there, but I don't know if these guys in the second round could be rotational players, at least in their first year. A lot of these guys are developmental guys. It may take them some time, but I think those guys we named, Malik Thomas, Baba Miller, right? We didn't talk about Emmanuel Sharp. He's another guy who could play now on the team. Henry Vassar, I think he needs some time, but he got good size. There's some guys there that could play. Get my man Lopez on the line. J-Tap, I got you next. I still got to go in on Becky. What's good, Lopez?
Yo, what's good, man?
We in the building, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. I was just calling up to say, yeah, I think, it may be a wrap for Mitch as much as we don't want to, see him go. I've been like reading everything today, and it's just like everything is like it's not going to work out number-wise. That said, it's going to be very difficult for us to get that same, offensive board production and defense out of the same player, especially, our rim protection. Yes, Cat has stepped up as a better defender, but, I need to see more than a sample size of about 30, 40 games to really say, okay, that's something we can count on. And then still, even if he becomes a very sound defender going forward, when he needs a breather,
right?
What are we doing? Because I know Haporti, somebody said Haporti last night was ready to take that next leap, and I don't know. He's been too inconsistent. Like, he'll have some great moments and then just do some boneheaded things afterwards. And I really feel like he has To me, his biggest issue is not even on defense. My biggest issue is his offensive confidence. You know what I'm saying? It's been plenty of times I've seen him get hit with pocket passes and then he fumbles like what to do. It's like go to the hole. JB didn't give you the ball because he thought he needed you to make a decision to pass the ball. He gave you the ball because you were in a perfect position to score. So until we get that consistently out of Huck Porty, I just don't see him being our backup center. I am happy that all signs point to us keeping Mo. I think Diawara was like out of everybody who they said it was a priority, he's a priority because he's our future. I love the guys now, but a lot of our guys are 27 and older, and we have to think about developing for the future because no, we may have a dynasty, we may not, but regardless, we have to keep the culture of what we did this year, and what we have been doing, because Tom Thibodeau definitely contributed to that culture. We can't just act like it's Mike Brown only. So we have to continue that culture, and Mo is definitely the type of player you want, and looks like he's going to develop that mindset under the tutelage of Brunson, under Hart. You know what I'm saying? So that's to me the only bright spot in this whole thing, because it's sour, it's bittersweet. You know, he definitely deserves to get paid, but I wish we could pay him. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, great call, great point. I appreciate you, Lopez. Have a great one.
You too, bro.
All right. That was a great call by Lopez. King, I got you on the call back. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if J-Tap's still going to be there. J-Tap answers. If
Hey,
not, hey, what's good, J-Tap?
Just chilling. What's good with you?
Yo, man, I lost my voice. Last night was crazy.
Hey, yo, my man. I don't watch the draft. You know what I mean? I've been watching basketball ever since Patrick Ewing. I was just like you. I was invested into the draft or whatever. But then after a while, I asked myself, when have the Knicks ever drafted a good player? Think about it. When?
We don't.
So after, like I said, after Patrick Ewing, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years of following the draft, I gave up. You know what I mean? So I don't watch the draft. So I watched the draft last night because of you. And my man, that members only show was fire. You had me laughing for 5 hours straight.
That's what we do. We would have a good time.
When the Knicks made their pick, the thing I love the most, like I'm sitting here watching it, and every player that you went on the Knicks when they got drafted or whatever, the range of emotions you went through, it took me back to when I was 15, 16 years old watching the draft. You know what I mean?
My God.
It was hilarious. You know what I mean? And I tried to get on, but I couldn't hear you guys when I tried to get on the live, so I just pretty much gave up and just watched.
What will you use? Your phone?
I use my phone, yeah.
It got to be something in the settings, because we could see you. You just wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah. But either way, so yeah, when and my thing is, the thing I learned too about Leon, he's been doing the same thing for years. Ever since he got here, he'll take his first round pick, trade it, fall back, go back to the second round. He'll do it over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And I knew this year wouldn't be no different. So when they drafted the dude from Spain, I saw your reaction. I'm like, all he's gonna do is just trade this pick, go back to the second round, get more picks, and then Leon, he drafts to trade. He don't draft to develop. His Super Bowl is a trading deadline. So when trading deadline comes around, those picks, he has those picks. Hey, his gun is loaded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
He don't care about. I mean, so all I'm saying is that you keep doing the research and keep doing those shows.
No, I will.
No, I'm just kidding. No. The show's fire. The show's fire.
I just got, my expectations were too high, because I'm like, yo, we about to get Chris Sanat. We got Carr. Yo, it just was crazy. Like we were that close, bro. Like this guy, Jay Chosen, called his homies. He said, "Yo, we got Chris Sinat." No, we don't.
Randu, my man Randu. He just said one sentence, and that was it. That was it for the rest of the. He said something like he's from Spain. I can't remember what he said, but it's super funny. And
oh my
another
god,
thing about
hilarious.
Leon is the reason why I think Mitch is gonna stay, because after all these years, I've seen him work his magic to make whatever happened happen. Now I know you, and I know Trevor. You and Trevor used to kill Mitch all day, every day, have full shows about him. And then out of nowhere, you become the biggest fan because you want him to get paid, but you want him to get paid somewhere else. If Mitch wants to take a pay cut, let him take a pay cut and just chill here. What's the big deal?
Because two things we could correct. One, I didn't agree with Trevor all the time, right?
Oh yes, he did. When it came to Mitch,
no. You know what it was for me? See, Trevor didn't like the person. He don't like Mitch. I can't say that. But one thing that we would do is we would criticize Mitch. He wasn't setting screens to roll. He set screens. He just stayed there.
Yeah.
You know,
all those
after
things. He can't shoot free throw. All those things. He's not effective on offense. Mitch is staying.
He don't look at the basket. Mitch is not staying, my brother. He's
you don't
not
want
staying.
him to. All right.
It's not that I don't want him to stay. It's that the ball's spoken. We're not going over the second apron. So we gotta just face reality, my brother. He's gone. Right?
Okay, and if he stay, so theoretically, if he stays, and we're over the second apron, what's the big deal if we're over the second apron?
Because it's a death sentence. The last team who done that, who won the championship, they're scrambling right now, still looking for their heads. That's the Boston Celtics.
Okay, so I got one more question for you before I get off. Say we're over the second apron, over the second apron today. How long do we have until we can get under the second apron?
You got to start trading your assets away for nothing. That's what Boston did.
No. I said when. No. How long until next season starts do you have until to get under the apron? Is it like the trade deadline?
Yeah, before before the start of the season, like you got a window. Like for example, right? Boston last year, right? So Boston was trying to get under the second apron, right? And no, actually, they were trying to get under the luxury tax, which I think they wound up doing, but later on in the season. So there is a certain period of time. So let's say you do a move, right? Like, all right, let me give you a good example because we actually did this a couple of years ago with Mikal. Remember Mikal trade? So initially, when we did the Mikal trade, it was Bogan for Mikal. We automatically was hard capped at the first apron. So we had to amend the trade to add salary so that way we could go into the first apron, right? So you're given time to select what you want to do. So yeah, that's how that works. It's not instant. Like, you don't instantly become a second apron team.
Okay, so
look, yeah.
So like I said, say the season started today, we have until the end of the season to get under the second apron, right?
No.
When is that? This is gotta be a threshold. When do you?
Because as soon as you start the season and you're in the threshold, then you're going to be restricted. Like, for example, one of the things we did last night, we got cash consideration for a trade. As soon as you become a second apron team, you can't do that. You can't receive no cash for a trade.
I understand all of that. I'm in the second apron. Do I have a specific date to get under the second apron to avoid the taxes or whatever? There has to be a date.
No, it's not. See, and that's my fault once again. The tax is not directly tied to the apron status.
So Jamrock says you have to finish the season in the second apron. That's false.
Who said that?
Jamrock.
Shamrock? You said Jamrock? Jamrock?
Jamrock always said it's in the chat.
No. Because during the season, you can't aggregate players. Like, for example, if I'm a second apron team during the season, I can't trade Towns and Deuce for Giannis. So, no, it's not towards the end of the season, no. Now, for luxury tax purposes...
There has to be a drop-dead date, is what I'm saying.
No, for luxury tax purposes, you could do that. Like to cut your taxes down, You could do what
I'm
Cleveland
not talking
did.
about taxes. I'm talking about getting taxed. You know what I mean? Like the
No,
draft picks and all
listen.
this stuff.
I'm trying to tell you, the minute the season starts and you're a second apron team, you're going to have restrictions on the moves that you can do.
Until when?
Until you decide to no longer be a second apron team.
Okay, and you can do that at any point in the season, or
in one trade. You could do it in one trade. You could trade Mikal Bridges away to a team with salary, and now you're under the second apron.
You have to finish the season in second.
No, it's not just about it. Because remember, the apron, there's certain restrictions to what you can do. That's why people avoid the second apron. It's the restrictions that come with it.
So what date? Is there a date we have to say, like, by this date, if you're not under the second apron?
When the season starts. When the season starts, right? If you enter the season as a second apron team, you will not be able to aggregate players.
Okay.
You will not be able to receive cash consideration.
And how long do you have to get under the second apron before those restrictions don't hit?
Then the only way to do it is you're probably going to have to wait till the off season anyway, because nobody's going to have money when the season starts.
All right.
So now you can't get out of the second apron. You get what I'm saying? Because nobody has money.
I shouldn't ask a question. I shouldn't ask. My ears are bleeding right now. I gotta go. I can't understand.
You just don't like the answer.
No, I just don't understand it. No, I just don't understand it. I don't like the answer.
Your man Mitch is gone, dog. Deal with it.
Oh, okay, fine. If he's gone, I already tell you from last year. I'm not paying that guy no money.
Oh my God! You see what
I don't care. I'm not worried about that guy's pockets.
Oh my God! You see, and that's the problem with Mitch S, man. I exposed y'all, man.
I don't care.
For sure.
I don't care about his pockets. I care if he stays. And, I got a theory on the Mitch broken hand. Last thing. Before I go.
I got a theory too on remember the load management video I did?
No.
But anyway, that's another topic. Go ahead.
Real quick. I think one day Leon called him into the back office, right? I said, yo, Mitch, put your hand on the table. You gonna take less money or what? I don't think so. Bow. You gonna take less money or what? Oh yeah. I'm good. And that's it.
Oh my God. Peace. All right, J-Tap. Oh man, what type of theory is that? Where are we going? Where are we going right now? Let me get my man King back on the line. And then I gotta go in on Becky Hammond. Like, what's he talking about? See, that's the problem with you Mitch S, man. Y'all don't want Mitch to get paid. That's why I said I'm the biggest Mitchell Robinson supporter. Y'all want him to come back for less money and cheap. Nah, man, let that man live.
My brother,
What's good, King? We in the building, man. What's going on,
Just wanted to continue the conversation, man. Definitely got to looking forward to some episodes, man, with some championship gear, man, in the background. I know Fanatics just got the miniature version of the trophy. Most definitely looking forward to seeing you with the new merch, man, and some things in the background, man, so we could just rub it in the faces, man, of these fans for the next 50 years. Just continue the conversation.
I'm gonna get some championship stuff.
Yeah, man. Just continue the conversation from the draft. Again, like I said on the last call, I don't think this is the season that we really look to develop young players, particularly. I think Tyler Kolek, we have to make a decision on him. Like I said earlier, Mo Diawara is the guy who should get elevated. I think we held on to Bacombe and the McCullough and all those experiments long enough. Those guys essentially should be moved as well. Those are more Tibbs players that were drafted. I don't really think there's a world that those guys get the type of playing time that's necessary for them to develop, especially with Josh Hart, Mo Diawara in the fold, and Mikal Bridges, who's going to dominate those minutes. So again, unless you're looking to win a G League championship or a Summer League championship, you look to pivot. What I do say is maybe going forward, we look to get some of those guys, like you said, those notable guys that's from New York or former New York guys that got drafted other places that may want to come here, or just guys on the downside of their career trying to reinvigorate their careers and look to help us win a second championship. So again, that's what I look forward to in the next coming weeks. And you look to see some of these teams implode some of their veterans. You know what I mean? We don't know exactly what's going to happen described with the Wizards. We don't know what's going to happen totally described with a team like the Sacramento Kings as well as the Utah Jazz. I'm sure they got some nice young talent. We know you need the right experience, the right coaching to win. And let's just be frank, man, that West is a juggernaut, and it's going to be hard for those teams to win at a high level. So and as well as for the Wizards in the East. Like, the East is no slouch and has gotten better. So I don't suspect like last year, they just jumped the Wizards to the 6th seed, which was ridiculous. And then they are the number 2 and get the number 2 pick when some people had that team in the playoffs. Obviously, they have Trae Young, hopefully a healthy AD, but it's not a surety that AJ DeBonsa fits in and plays and is the best version of himself with all that talent surrounding him. Again, you have other narratives. Indiana getting healthy again. A desperate Boston team that's going to look to make some moves. Us, obviously, a desperate Piston team looking to make some moves. And obviously, most recently, the news with Jaylen Brown and very possibly Donovan Mitchell getting traded for each other. So a lot of shakeups could happen in the coming weeks. I'm also looking forward to what's going to happen with John Morant. I really think it's a sad situation over there, man. I really feel bad for him. I think every NBA player that respects him and wants him to flourish in his league have done their due diligence and wearing his sneakers and showing love to him in small capacity. But it's going to be hard to find a landing spot. If the Pelicans essentially didn't want him, I mean, what value does he really have left in this league, man? And then after that conversation, we talking about aged out veterans and Kawhi and LeBron James as needle moving pieces in the offseason. Like, what are we talking about? The Knicks are fine. We're going to be fine. We're going to have guys that's going to come play for us. We did our job, man. There's nothing to really mess our heads up in terms of the foreseeable future. The foreseeable future for this Knicks team is going to be a veteran-led group that was appeased and brought here for Brunson to be the best version of himself. And it worked. We didn't have to go the OKC route. We didn't have to go the Laker route. We didn't have to go nobody's route and get high-profile athletes. We did it the way we wanted to do it, the New York way, the OKF Nation way. Salute to you, man. Salute to the channel, man. We got weeks to come, man. Let's get ready for the Summer League. Hopefully, we do get some guys that we could see possibly flourish or guys that we could look to move, man, going forward to give us some more leverage for this team. Hey,
but
man,
we
I'm
ain't
here,
trying to
man.
win no Summer League championship, though, right? We ain't trying.
Hey, man, let's run the table. Let's run the hard way up, man. I'm all for it, man. But how do you feel about John Morant before I get off the call? How do you personally feel about his situation and what's going on?
There's one situation that sounds crazy and wild. The Minnesota Timberwolves, but I doubt it. They'll do that because they committed money to
the Pelicans said no, Minnesota's going to where's the value? And then it's like, who are you going to give up for a guy who's been devalued and you're essentially going to trade away like I heard that Derek White and the Peyton Pritchard. Why in the heck would Boston reinvigorate Ja Morant's career in a high profile, like one of the better, teams in the league?
Let them do it.
Him notoriety in Boston at the expense that he could be out the league in a year. You're gonna give up two championship pieces for Ja?
I want to see them crash and burn.
Yes, most definitely want to see the Celtics implode. You know I'm biased. I'm Knicks every day, all day. But that would be a nasty trade. And as well for the Hawks, too. You don't give up a Nikhil Alexander and whoever for Jaylen Brown. That's not adequate compensation. You're going to need more teams involved. And then you got to also factor in, like, why are teams looking to help each other? Outside of collusion and manipulation in the league and ownerships having these agreements with each other that I don't like because I hate in conference trades. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see an Atlanta Hawks help a Boston team. I don't want to see nobody help them. That's my take, man. Peace to you, brother. I'm rocking.
No doubt. Another thing, too, I want to address really quickly. I think it's very important. These are the people that we have under contract. All right. So, Kolek, Pacome, Deuce, Jose. Nothing but guards and then one wing. And now Mo Diawara, of course, right? That's the only players that we have under contract. The rest of these guys are free agents. They can go wherever the hell they want. Ariel, right? McCullough. They all free agents. Jordan Clarkson. So the only players you can trade right now is Deuce McBride and Pacome Dadier. That's it. And Kolek. You could trade Kolek too. That's the only 3 players you could trade. I don't know if any. I don't think any deal happens. But we'll see. So really quickly, I'm gonna get into Becky Hammond. So yeah, Becky Hammond is somebody who has been a staunch critic of the Knicks and very, very hard on Jalen Brunson. She said some things that were pretty interesting recently. And, you know, sometimes people, they just can't be wrong. We call it wrong and strong. And this is the vibes that I get from Becky. So Becky said that Jalen Brunson leading to the Knicks to the championship, that Jalen, all he did was prove history wrong. Not you wrong. Not me. History wrong. He proves he's an outlier. So you can put him named next to Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas. Yo, that is so weak to me, because the bottom line is you were wrong, Becky, because you didn't make him an outlier. You said that he wasn't an outlier. And this is why people wanted you to apologize. So you could put his name next to Steph Curry, Isaiah, and I thought he played brilliantly, especially down the stretch. I mean, he was that 1A dude. But like, apologize. I'm never going to apologize for having an opinion. That's what ESPN pays me for. So Becky, I feel as though you are off base once again. Of course, you have an opinion, but here's the problem with opinions. They're mostly wrong. Especially when you're choosing to go against the evidence and the information. What makes me the objective fan is because I have all of these different, you know, books, right? I have all of these books, right? Just I take in a lot of information. All of this is information on the Knicks and, you know, our opponents this season. All right, look at that. Look how thick that is. See that? So I have my opinions as well, but my opinions is grounded in the information, the evidence, the stats, right? The eye test. It just seems like to me, some of these people that you hear commentating on sports, they have agendas. They have these agendas. They root for players to fail for whatever reason. They have these biases and they can't let go of them, right? I don't know if it's because she was a small player when she came up. You know, maybe that's the case, and she didn't really have much success like Jalen Brunson in his career. So after she said she was not going to apologize, she makes it even worse, man. And this is what she had to say. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to play this so y'all could hear this audio of what Becky had to say. And I just found that to be very disappointing. Play this so y'all can hear. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I got it.
All right, we'll start with some questions in the room, and then we'll head to Zoom if we have some time.
Wait, I have a comment.
Oh,
to start. I was wrong. I was wrong. My opinion was wrong. Okay, let's go.
I was wrong. I was wrong. My opinion was wrong. I'll play it again.
all right, we'll start with some questions in the room, and then we'll head to Zoom if we have some time.
Wait, I have a comment.
Oh,
to start. I was wrong. I was wrong. My opinion was wrong. Okay, let's go.
I mean, I don't.
Come on.
How have you seen Shia?
I don't, you know. Mad sarcastic, you know. You acknowledge now that you're wrong, right? But you still didn't apologize the way Draymond Green apologized. Stephen A. Smith apologized. A lot of people apologize for sleeping on Jalen Brunson because that's part of being wrong. When you're wrong, you apologize. And honestly, Becky, I think you're just, making it worse. Because now, we're going to fry you every chance we get. It's bad enough that you're the coach of the Aces. Salute to the New York Liberty. That means you're the ops. And we cooked you last night. Yeah, we did. We took Becky Hammond and we put her in the grill last night. And I think I said this, right? As soon as she plays against the New York team, she gonna have to address the media. And she knew that. That's why she led off the press conference like that. And she saw that New York media there. And she was like, you know what? I was wrong. Please don't ask me no questions. That's all that was. I don't think she believes she was wrong. And part of me believes, and I know she was because she is with San Antonio, right? She was there. Even though she was with the Liberty as well. But you work for Vegas, so, I mean, are you just a Spur? Because you coached there? I thought you were a New Yorker. No? Right? Because you played, I'm not saying she's from New York, but I don't know where she's from. But anyway, but she played with the New York Liberty, so you just anti-New York. That's cool. I don't need you to be on the New York train, Becky. But I'm going to say this. Hopefully going forward, when the next small guy emerges, you give him the opportunity to be special. And you won't lead with that. Because the whole argument to me is just, everyone knows that big men dominate since the beginning of NBA history. I don't think that that's a debate. Usually it's the big guys. I mean, you could look at, besides the last two MVPs, they were all wings and big men. Jaylen Brown, Jokic, right? You had Giannis up in there. Of course, Steph was in there as well, right? But see, that's another facet that I think people don't give respect to. If you look at the most recent champions, it wasn't the big men, it was the guards. SGA, Brunson, Curry. Maybe it's just a new day. And Brunson will be back. He will be back. And he's still the man on the Knicks. We did not make the Giannis trade. So Becky, yeah, we don't expect much for you. Just the next time you speak about Jalen Brunson, you give our captain the respect that he deserves, because he's the best player in the world right now. Yeah, you could talk MVPs, regular season MVPs, regular season champions. But when we talking about NBA champions, Jalen Brunson is number one. Not 1A. Number one. So yeah, 646-995-8389. If you want to fry Becky up, you can. Hold on. This one Tugboat called. Me call Tugboat. I don't see him in the missed call. I don't know. I think the phone line is doing that again where it doesn't show the missed calls. So if I missed your call, call back. But this one Tugboat was in the queue. I don't see him there. I just give him a call. What's good, Tugboat?
Yo.
What's good, man? Did you call?
Yeah, what's happening, man?
Because you wasn't showing up in the queue. But anyway, it's all good. I got you.
Okay. All right. How you living?
You know, I messed up, man. My voice is messed up, man.
Maxine tried to warn you.
It was crazy last night, man. Oh, man. We got one more night. Will I survive? Man.
I don't never watch the draft, man, because I'm a Knicks fan, so I understand the draft means nothing. and that was the best time I've had in a long time. Like as far as like just on the show and everything, that was a great time, bro. That was a great time. Like, and it's funny. Even J-Tap brought it up in the Discord, like, you know, you zoom over to all these other draft shows. I ain't gonna say whoever, but all these other draft shows, and it wasn't like you got the best content out here, man. You really do.
Thank you,
You
family.
got some of the best content out here, man. I appreciate you. That was a great time. We went from draft picks to talking about DeMar DeRozan. So yeah.
Yo, that was crazy. Yo, it's always a great time, man. And you know, this is what I'm here for. You know, I want to enhance the fan experience. You know, we watching the draft now. Now it becomes you know, great content. You know, and it's more than just the draft. It's us talking about, okay, well, DeMar DeRozan, you know, all the other stuff we talked about. So
yeah,
it's a beautiful experience because, you know, watching the draft by yourself, you know, it's kind of whack. You know, it's like you know, it's like it's no excitement when you're talking to people who are hardcore basketball fans. We know what's going on. It's different.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what's dope too, because you know I'm very ignorant of the aprons and all that. I know basketball, I know get a ball like that, but the apron and all that stuff. That's really why I was there, because I'm like, I don't really care about who we get because I'm a Knicks fan. I understand we're not going to do nothing with them, most likely.
Most likely.
But the education that was there, and you know, the education and entertainment. You know, what I mean, it was like a big Bill Nye the Science Guy episode. So it was a great time, man. For real, it's definitely.
But you know what's crazy though, Tugboat? Like, I feel like, you know how they show like players that could have been in certain places, like, yo, did you know that this player was drafted here? Cameron Carr's gonna be that guy. He is nice though. I'm telling, bro, he is nice, like for real. Like he is really nice. I couldn't believe he was there. That's why I said during the show, I said, wait a minute, is Cameron Carr still on the board?
But is Cameron Carr the youngest Spanish MVP though?
Oh, nah, come on, dog. You gotta stop, though. You talk about I've been around the world that
MVP, man. He's better. This guy Sergio was better than Ricky Rubio, bro.
Yo, let me tell you something about Sergio, dog. He's the only one I didn't know.
Crazy.
The only one.
Crazy.
But how I know all the 29 others, but I don't know him.
It would have been a waste of education because he's never. I don't even think he has an American visa, man. He don't have no passport.
He never got a visa.
Yeah, he don't have no visa, bro. He not even stepping.
Oh,
I mean, and just a quick question: what do they do? Like, how does that situation work for the player? Do you know? Like, do they call him up and say, "Hey, we're gonna draft you, but don't worry about it. You don't have to pack your bags. You're not coming. Just gonna use your name real quick so we can work these books real quick." Is that how it works? Or these players like?
Yeah, so they put their name in the hat, right? Because you got to sign up for the draft. But most of them, not most, but some of them don't never come.
Okay.
It's just that if you decide to come to the NBA, we own your draft rights for a certain amount of years.
Okay.
So no other team could take you from us.
Oh, like who do we have? We had Rokas.
Right. Roku. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Something like that. But but I mean, like, does he get a call like saying like, "Hey, when you hear your name, don't sweat it," like, or does he think, "Oh, I got drafted"? Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
like,
everybody gets the call. Everybody gets the call.
Okay, so he's not watching.
Don't mean
TV.
you coming, but you know.
No, I'm saying like when he's watching TV and seeing himself get drafted, is he excited or he already knows? Yeah, this means nothing.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tugs. Some players are not happy because they don't want to. They mad they slipped, right? Or they don't want to go to that place. No, not everybody's happy, dog.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some people that are upset. Like what? Like Bailey last year. Oh my god, he was tight. He with the Utah, dog.
I remember that. Yeah, I seen that online.
Oh my goodness, yo, he did not want to go to Utah. He said, "I'm not showing up." Well, but hey, only so much you could do.
Right. Right.
You know, I bet he's happy now. Utah got a squad. Like D from LA was saying, Utah got a squad, bro.
They got a squad. They don't have no championship squad. I just seen where he posted about you know, the what's his name? What's the pick they got?
Peterson.
Peterson. Yeah, he's saying he want to go to the finals in the first year, but I'm like, what rookie doesn't say that? You know, so I take that with a grain of salt.
Only rookie to do that was Magic, but he had Kareem. So you got to relax, young fella.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to
I mean,
relax.
I always appreciate, an athlete's bravado. That's the things you should say. Have high
Yeah.
shoot for the stars and land on the moon. But
Yeah, he's the real deal, though. I
yeah,
think he might. Well, no, AJ's nice too. They all nice. I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie, but he could be the best one out of all of them because I think like where he's going, because he's gonna have the ball in his hands. So yeah, he's
And
not waiting for people to pass him the ball. He's the one passing the ball.
there was something I wanted, because like as far as the draft last night. Oh man, I'm trying to find it now. Can't even find it. So what did we actually do last night?
We got 5 second-round picks.
And did he have to wait until we got to the pick to make that happen, or could he have done that prior to?
Not our pick. He had to do it because we already traded the Sapien rule. Is that what it's called? I think it is the Sapien. Anyway, you can't trade 2 consecutive draft picks. So like if you trade your 25, you have to keep your 26. But as soon as you draft the pick, you could trade it.
Okay. Damn, these guys are geniuses, man.
Yeah. I kind of knew it was going to happen, but I was like, nah, but I want this kid,
Because we convey to LA, LA conveys to Dallas, then Dallas conveys to Phoenix, and Phoenix conveys three second-round picks to New York, and then Dallas conveys 2 additional plus draft rights to Melvin Ajinka.
Yeah,
and then we got draft rights, and then we got draft rights to Luis Labia and Chinu.
He's never coming.
But these are all assets that we can use in other moves, right? Like that's
these are the guys that we, this is the classic Knick picks. The guys that you never heard of from
But these are the assets that we use for like during trade deadline and all that.
Yeah,
right?
You could trade them. Yeah, you could trade. Okay. You could use them in the draft. Like tonight, you could trade them.
Yeah, that's how I was looking at it. It's like little change in the
asset
pocket that you use. Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I mean, we'll see, man. Let's get Evans, man. Come on, dog.
Get somebody.
Why we can't get nice young players? Like we never get nice young players, bro.
We don't need them, man. We don't need them no more.
That's crazy.
Look. No, see, we were just praising Leon on the process that he developed to make this championship team, and now you're going to question it. Now you want to change the recipe.
I know, but I just wanted Cameron Carr, bro.
Bro, that ain't what the recipe called for, man. That's too much sugar. It ain't that sweet.
Damn.
We're good.
Now he gonna go to the Lakers and shine, bro.
That's what they do. I mean, we can't. That's inevitable. You know what I mean?
But why we gotta help the Lakers out? Like that part.
I think LeBron's going to Miami, man.
Well, I saw they were trying to sign and trade him to Cleveland, but Miami makes more sense.
Yeah, I just seen where he posted about he did his little sneaky post, the little sneak post, giving Giannis some praise from something he said a while ago. And I think LeBron's going to Miami, and that's a whole different problem.
I think that's food.
That's a whole different problem, man.
He's too old, man. We gonna cook them.
You just wanted LeBron. Old. Now he's too old. You just wanted LeBron. Now he's too old.
I mean, you don't got Norm Powell. Like the Miami Heat without Norm Powell, dog. That's a huge blow. Like I can't take you serious now. Who you got on your team? You just got Giannis and Bam. That's it.
And LeBron. If LeBron.
LeBron.
Oh, now okay. All right, keep that same energy when we talking about who we gonna get, and after we throw away all these picks, and I don't hear nothing about putting Brown on the vet minimum. I'm gonna say, man, he's old, man.
No, but let me tell you the difference, right? Let me tell you the difference. When LeBron goes to Miami, what option will he be? First, second, third? Where he gonna be?
Second.
Okay. When LeBron comes to the Knicks, what option would he be?
Second.
Yeah. Hell no.
Who comes before him? You think Cat be before him? And in a real life situation, he comes to the Knicks. You think he's gonna be an option before Cat?
I think he'll be the 4th option on the Knicks. Naturally.
You think he'll be behind OG? And I love these guys, but I'm just talking about status wise. I'm not saying he's a better player than them. Don't take it that way. I'm just talking about status wise. But you know what?
We don't
That's
need
all.
LeBron
That's a
to
deep
do much on
hypothetical.
the Knicks because LeBron would be the point guard, and then Brunson would be the 2 guard. LeBron will be running the show, not shooting the ball like that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? He's a great facilitator.
Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't do the same in Miami.
I mean, you ain't got no shooters, dog.
Yeah, but you got Bam is a shooter. All right, we'll talk about it later. Bam's a shooter, man.
You got no shooter. Davion Mitchell and Wig, dog.
You
Ain't got
got.
no shooters, dog.
You don't know Miami like I know Miami, man. That's why you're
I'm
looking
going
at me
under
like that.
every screen. I'm going under every
You
screen,
don't know
dog.
about Pele Larson. You don't know about the Swedish Swish. I'm telling
Pele
you, watch out
Larson,
for Miami, man. We're gonna beat Miami. We're gonna stomp them out.
dog. Them
But
losing
don't think
Norm
they're not
Powell,
gonna put up no
bro.
competition. They're not gonna win no chip because nobody's gonna win a chip off no putting some ragdoll team together first year. It's not gonna
Yeah, but
happen.
it's different without Norm Powell, bro. It's way
And
different.
then you treating Norman Powell like he better than LeBron. What are you doing?
Right now, he is. He all-star,
What is LeBron?
not an all-star.
All right. I appreciate what you said about Becky Hammond. I would say something about it too, but that
Am
normally
I
hangs up the
wrong?
line.
Wait, was LeBron an all-star last year? I don't remember.
I
I
appreciate
don't think
what
he
you said about
was.
Becky Hammond, man. That was great. I think
No,
she
but no,
deserves all of
seriously,
that.
was LeBron an all-star? Hold up.
You
I'll pull
got
it up.
research mode, man.
Let me pull it up, man. Oh, you appreciate what I said about Becky, though. Yeah, I had to give it the canon, and I'm gonna clip it.
I'd add my 2 cents, but that normally hangs up the line, so I'm gonna keep it clean.
Are we going into the conspiracy bag?
No, she said it. She said, "I'm only doing what ESPN pays me to do," and I'll leave it there.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Let's go. Yeah, we don't get the stream shut down.
Yep, I'll leave it there.
Could have sworn LeBron was not an all-star last year.
It was some weird. I don't know if he was or wasn't. It was some weird, like he shouldn't be there.
Why he was?
Yeah, it was some weird. He shouldn't be there, but I don't think he played. Or I don't remember what it was. But it's LeBron, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's LeBron. I'm not a Glazer. I'm not anything like that. But
No,
I'm
he's
not gonna
great.
act like this man's status doesn't exist in the NBA. I'm not gonna act like that.
So you think the Miami Heat with LeBron gonna be the second best team in the East behind us?
I don't know who's going to be the second best because I don't know what the team's going to look like by trade deadline. That's what I care about. I care about what your team looks like February 4th.
They ain't doing nothing, though. Who you getting for Jaylen Brown right now? The brother said Donovan Mitchell.
How did the Lakers get Luka Doncic? Explain it. Explain the joke.
The Lakers are different. Come on,
And
you know the
Boston
Lakers
is Boston, man. Why we acting
Boston
like
is yo, dude. They drafted Tatum and
Why
Brown.
are we acting like these ain't shady organizations that know how to work a deal?
When's the last time Boston done anything, bro?
They brought back Jason Tatum from the dead.
They drafted Tatum and Brown, dog. Before that, they got KG and Boston. Man, Boston don't do nothing, dog. Like, come on, dog. We gotta stop.
Organizations. What I'm saying is the Knicks will.
They don't get stars like that, bro.
We're getting a triple chip with the dip. I'm not knocking our credit, but to say that these organizations don't make power moves, that's asinine.
But what are they going to get for Jaylen Brown that's going to really make them better? Because if they trade for Donovan Mitchell, dog, that's a step backwards.
I don't know what.
How does that make you better now? All right, we get Donovan Mitchell. How we beating the Knicks?
But once again, you're going
another guy who lost to the Knicks.
Once again, you're going against your own words because you said they don't trade stars for stars.
I know, and that's why the trade won't happen. That does not happen in the NBA, dog. You don't trade stars for because, like, all right, if you trade a star for star and they equal, like, talent-wise, how do you get better? You don't get better. You don't.
I think you're sleeping on the politics of the league, man. There's
I'm
no
keeping it real, Tugboat.
There's no way in hell Luka Doncic should be playing for the Lakers right now.
These Eastern Conference teams are our sons.
They're our sons.
You know that.
You got to watch your children and make sure they don't play dirty.
They're not going to do nothing, Tugboat.
They are sons. There's no doubt about that.
They're not going to do. Like, you trade Jaylen Brown.
I'm looking at
getting?
What I'm looking at, honestly, I'm not looking at this season. This season is ours. I'm looking at the next two. The same way y'all looking at this draft where y'all care about these young guys that ain't going to do nothing this season. That's how I'm looking at these other teams. I don't care about.
You said they're not going to do nothing? Nah, I disagree.
They're not going to get you a chip.
Well,
These young guys ain't gonna get you a chip.
because we
So
gonna
that's
win
what
the
I mean by
chip.
nothing.
That's
Because
not
that's
fair.
the
Come
something
on,
that,
bro.
huh?
We better than everybody because we gonna win it.
That's what I'm
Come
saying.
on, that's
These
not
young
fair.
boys ain't
That's
gonna
not
do
fair.
nothing. That is fair. What rookie gets you a chip outside of Dylan Harper?
Well, Dylan Harper didn't get a chip, so you could say
Well,
including
and
Dylan
that's
Harper.
because what? The Knicks was better and they didn't play that dude.
No, but I'm saying that at least half of the young boys we saw yesterday will be in rotations.
They'll
Like,
be in
seriously.
rotations, but that's what I'm talking. We're having the same conversation. That's what I'm saying about these other teams. They're in rotation this year. I'm looking at the next year and the year after next. What these
Boy,
teams are developing. That's what I'm
too
looking at.
far out. It's too far out. Because
Then
honestly,
why do we care about the draft then?
No, we can't. No, I'm just, you know why I'm saying it's too far out? Because, like, what if Wemby's just like averaging 40 and like 20? What if Wemby just figures it out?
Right.
Then what?
Then what? He got to get through this. He got to get through the Thunder and their new big man.
Well, I like him.
What do you mean? Yeah, I said that's the whole reason they got him. That's their new kryptonite.
Yeah,
They trying to cook up a kryptonite for Wemby because Chet ain't the answer. I'm watching them.
Yeah,
All I'm saying is I'm watching the league. I'm seeing how they move. I know this is the NBA Saturday conversation. My bad, but I'm just watching the league and seeing how they move. And I'm saying there's some red flags we need to be aware of. Like once we get this chip in the dip this season, we need to be aware of these other teams are making moves while we're working on going back to back. That's the first priority. Get this back to back.
So when we get the second championship, you think we could 3-peat?
Well, I think the Knicks can do whatever with what we have. With Leon Rose at the helm and Jalen Brunson at the wheel, I think the Knicks can do whatever. I mean, because the reality is getting a back-to-back in this new apron era is very difficult.
Hard.
So even having that as a true goal, we will be overachieving on a massive level. And if we do, and we overachieved last year. So I'm not doubting any of our players and team success. But I'm just saying, just keep an eye out on what these other guys are doing, and don't take it for granted. If LeBron goes to the Heat during Pat Riley's final years, that's something you need to be concerned about. Because Pat Riley's Pat the Rat is trying to go out with a bang.
I know he gonna fleece people, but look, the West Coast, because look, I'm gonna keep it real. OKC still got the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet, so I'm worried about them snapping their fingers and saying, you know what, let's go out there, let's get. They can't get Giannis anymore. Let's get Jaylen Brown.
That'd be nasty.
That'd be nasty.
That'd be nasty. That'd be nasty.
Yeah.
That would be. Oh yeah, you brought that. Yeah, you brought that evil up last night, and that's what I'm saying. Those are things you gotta keep it considered. That's all I'm saying. Just gotta keep it considered.
Exactly.
I don't mean to sound so spooky in the woods.
The East Coast can't do that. Them teams on the East can't do that. They can't do that. If Detroit traded for Jaylen Brown, that might be tough. Because Brown with Cade might be tough. But I don't know if they got the package outside of Duran and salary-wise that'll make sense for Boston. And Boston trying to fleece you.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait, Orlando could do it. If Orlando got Jaylen Brown, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's options out here. I personally think
now you gotta be thinking now. Orlando would be tough.
And they give up what? They give up. Of course, Suggs is going.
They could give up players besides Bay Carroll and Franz.
Yeah, no, they're not going.
Right.
It might be a Bane again. Might Bane be their new Marcus Smart.
The Carter, the big guy, and whatever picks they got.
Wendell.
And whatever young talent, the Silva, Boston likes guys like that.
Yeah, they like the Tristan De Silvas. Yep. I'm just saying, just right now we're looking at rosters and we have an image of what the league is, and that is nowhere where it will be by February 4th.
No, good point. Good point.
By February 4th, this is going to look completely different. We're going to have players everywhere, and we're going to be like, yo, how did he end up there? Just like we said, because the game changed right when Luka went to the Lakers. When Luka went to the Lakers, the whole trade game changed. Now you don't know who's going to be where.
That's true. That's true, man. But I appreciate you, Tugboat, man. We be rocking again tonight. Round 2.
Buddy. Yeah, I'm about to say I got a meeting, and then I'll be there. I'll be there a little late, but I'll pop in.
It's all good. Whenever you come, we're gonna be rocking.
All right, brother.
All right, salute. If I missed your call, I'm sorry. I don't know why the queue's not showing the missed calls, but look, I'm gonna be back tonight. All right, we'll be back tonight for the draft. So join the channel, join the panel. That rhymes. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Join the channel. You could join the panel. I'll go live in like 2 hours, around 7:45, and we'll see what the Knicks do tonight. So until next time, as always, let's go.